Should be live. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? Alright, so we're gonna be playing Total War PHARAOH Dynasties, specifically. I didn't play Total War PHARAOH, just for clarity's sake. I was going to get it initially, because I was like, it might be good. But then I saw a bunch of people say, a bunch of people I trust, a bunch of people let me know, like, hey, nah, PHARAOH's not good, not very good at all. Options aren't great. It's a lot of people were basically the gist I got was it was super subpar at best, or just downright bad at worst. So I decided not to get it, moved on, walked away. Although recently I watched a couple streams from other creators I like, and I've heard from a couple friends that Dynasties is a huge improvement. Now, does that mean Dynasties is an actual good Total War entry? I don't know. I guess we'll find out today. Regardless, how's everybody doing? Name's Asmogan, and I'm going to jump into Total War PHARAOH Dynasties. Let's see if it's good. Alright, new campaign. Alright. So, you got... Alright, so, oh, there's major and minor factions. Okay, so I'm just taking in the UI here, so... just for coverage sake, we go to Egypt, the Hatti, by the way, if I pronounce shit wrong, feel free to correct me, but just know I may not get it right. The Canaan, the Sea Peoples, Mesopotamia, and the Aegean, and that was the Greeks, if I recall correctly. Troy, and Agamemnon. Okay, what do the minor factions look like? I'm gonna go through each faction, so the earliest part of the stream is just gonna be reading everything off. But, minor factions, okay. So, the Aegean... oh, Achilles, okay. So you have Achilles, the Olia, and the Telian. Okay. Odysseus, that's from Ithaca. I know that much. Sarpedon, Lycia, Rhesus, Thrace, or Rhesus. And then you have Ajax from Boeotian. Okay. That's cool. Okay, that's really cool. Welcome, Richard. Kainan? Or Canaan? Oh, okay. So it's Canaan. Gotcha. We already have our first pronunciation correction. Also, welcome, Richard. How you doing? Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, as it says in the title, this is my first Total War historical Total War since Shogun 2. That's the last time I played a historical entry. So it's been a hot minute. So I'm definitely going to have to shift out a lot of things, like a lot of the magic systems and fantasy systems that Total War Warhammer's kind of programmed me with. So bear with me a little bit on that front. Alright, so before I go into all the minor factions, let's actually get the major factions out of the way. Alright, so for Egypt, we have Ramesses the Paragon. Driven by reckless ambition, Ramesses sees himself as the chosen of the gods, destined to rule as pharaoh. Thus, he is well suited for forging ahead at full speed, achieving swift victories in his path to one day claiming Egypt's throne. Alright. And say it faster. Canaan? Hello, going fine. Last historical Total War that I played was Fall of the Samurai. Great game. Nice. Let's see. Seti, the Brute. As the direct appointed successor to his father, Pharaoh... Again, you guys are going to have to forgive me for pronunciations here. Merneptah. Seti has no patience for the instability that threatens the foundations of the kingdom. He is so close to power that he can taste it, and his impatience is mirrored by his ferocity. Tosret, the strategist. Tosret is a brilliant political figure who will focus on claiming the throne if her husband Seti proves incapable of dealing with the responsibilities of the crown. A life spent battling prejudice has made her strong and resilient in... Okay. resigning to all matters, be they diplomacy, finance, or war. Some would say I'm gonna assume there's some historical, not revisionism, but liberties being taken with this one. Amenmes, the Gilded. Far from honored by his title as Viceroy of Kush, Amenmes stews in bitterness over his perceived exile from Egypt's court. His position, however, affords him the gold and resources of Nubia, presenting a steady supply of riches from the numerous gold mines common to the region. Okay. Okay, so apparently they even have their starting situations rated. So for Ramesses, the starting situation is easy, Seti is easy, Tozret is normal, and Amenmes is normal. Okay, so that's it for the Egyptians. Alright, so for the Hatti, we have... Oh, starting situation hard, okay. I'm gonna butcher this, I apologize again. Supililuma, Supililuma, the defender. Supililuma rules from the large Hittite capital of Hattusa, beset on all sides by those who would gladly destroy him. The once mighty kingdom of Hatti crumbles, and only the great king holds the fragile peace together. Together, how you doing? Who doesn't love a Kopesh? I do not know. Pay attention to the fact that, the fact that the female one uses a bow, so not close melee and strength, and her bonuses are more about administration and public order. Very feminine. That's fair enough. Alright, so that was Supililuma. I'm gonna get some tongue ties here. And Kurunta, or Kurunta, the usurper. In southern Anatolia lies the city of Tarhuntasa, Kurunta's own tyrannical fiefdom and a mere fragment of the once great Hittite kingdom. Driven by cunning and cruelty, Kurunta has only one goal: to relish in the suffering of others. Starting situation? Normal. Okay. Canaan. Ursu, the Ravager. As a savage warlord and raider, Ursu hopes to prey on the fragility of civilization and reap the rewards of the chaos that follows. In the heart of Canaan, he basks in his stolen wealth, eager to add to his hoard. Alright. So the Ravager is a fitting title. Bay, the Schemer. Bay is a supreme survivor and master manipulator. Appearing weak and friendly to deceive his adversaries comes naturally to Bay, who is tired of watching the spoils of high Egyptian society from afar. Okay. What's this? There's two little dots here. Okay, Sea Peoples. Alright, I'm gonna try and say this right. Volvites, or Walwites. Patriarch of the Paliset. Built to endure above all, and having come to terms with his role of bearer of an entire people's woes and hopes. Walwites, or Volvites, travels have tempered his aggressive nature and deepened his weary size. Oh, whoops. However, this will not stop Walwites, or Volvites. Again, fun fact that Canaanites feature in the Bible, and the Jews hate them, if I remember correctly. Canaanites? I don't know that one off the top of my head. I do remember, the name certainly sounds familiar, so that sounds right. I'd assume that, I mean, to be fair, I'd assume that the Hebrews, or the Abrahamic peoples would definitely hate Egypt, and wouldn't surprise me if they also hated the Canaanites. And I don't know if they'd be aware so much of the Mesopotamians. I don't know. My knowledge of the Bronze Age is certainly weak, so feel free to teach me anything you guys would like to in the comment section. I won't be able to verify, though, a good chunk of it. I know a good chunk about the Egyptians, but even then, it's not the Egyptians, the Greeks. Ugh. What I know about Egypt is mostly aesthetics, and I want to say Ramses. Obviously, I know a little bit about the story with that, but yeah. So this will be very educational for me, hopefully. All right, so where were we? Sea peoples. So that's Volvites. Do we finish reading this? This will not, however, stop Volvites from making hard decisions about which place to call his new home, or whether to continue roaming in search for even ever greener pastures. Hey, Tang. It is a long, complicated, and convoluted part of history of the world. I bet. Having you and Pyrrhus on would certainly be interesting for commentary about the historical aspects. Alright, Iolaus. Blade of the Shogun. Iolaus considers Radiant Isul, or Isul, not a god, but his very brother. Why is it... For some reason, when I move my mouse over here, it keeps trying to drop it. And seeks to reunite with him at the end of his journey of pillage and mayhem. Those of his followers, given to trivialities such as surviving until old age, ask themselves how much of Iolaus's personality is divine boon and how much of it is a sign of incipient madness. Either way, his course is set. I was calling that straight. Well, I didn't say the game was educational. More like this, the stream with y'all, would be educational for me. I didn't say the game was gonna educate me. This, the stream is. Ideally. I don't expect a Total War game to properly teach us. Not since... Fuck me. Not even... Like, Shogun 2 was the last one to, like, kind of get me to, like, think about, like, the historical aspects. But... No, I don't sense. No. Is this the beta or pre-release? Neither. It's out. Also, welcome Gunna. Yeah. Pharaoh Dynasties, is, if I'm not mistaken, has been out 2 days now? Yeah. If you have a copy of Total War Pharaoh, you get Dynasties for free. From my understanding of the developer situation, Pharaoh came out in utter shit state. I mean, that's what I was told. That's why I didn't end up getting it. And a lot of people really hated it. A lot of people I won't say review bombed, because that's been turned into, like... people have turned that into a term of, like, attack or something. It was... People, though, reviewed it honestly and said, hey, we don't like this. This isn't a good Total War game. Pharaoh didn't do very well, and it ended up getting mixed on Steam, and a bunch of people like myself were warded off of getting it. Dynasties, from my understanding, is their attempt to revamp the game, take in all the feedback they got, and apply it to the game. It is not the last update of the game? I didn't say it was the last one. Is it the last one? I don't know. I haven't paid attention to that part. Well, let me check the Steam notes. They usually have Steam notes about the games. Pharaoh. Major update. Dynasties is out now. So, confirmation is out. Let me just read it. Greetings, folks. We're excited to announce Dynasties, a huge free update to Total War Pharaoh, is out now. Expand your empire, lead new factions, establish your dynasty, dominate the battlefield. Rule full patch notes here. Okay. Just going over their announcement of its release, it doesn't look like it's mentioned anywhere it's the last update. It is? Oh. Oh well. Hopefully they end on a good note then. I don't know. I'm just reading through the little cliff notes here. I'm just trying to see if they mention it being the last one. Or, you know, use some kind of wording of, you know, like, finality. I mean, this right here, kind of. So, a huge thank you to all who have joined us on this Bronze Age journey, whether you've been with us from day one or have just jumped on board. We really appreciate all of your enthusiasm to support Total War Pharaoh and Dynasties, and can't wait to hear about your experience in this updated campaign. As always, if you run into any bugs, blah, blah, blah. So, that kind of implies it's the last one. A huge thank you to have joined the Bronze Age journey, whether you've been with us from day one or have just jumped on board. It leaves a little bit of vagary, though. Like, it's nothing finality written in it. So if it is their last update, hopefully it ends on a good note, but I'm just not seeing anything that explicitly says, hey, this is it. We're moving on now. Then again, that might be in the full patch notes, and I don't think you guys want me to read that. I don't think, anyway. Let me know if you guys want me to read the full patch notes. Alright, so that's Eolaus. So let's go Mesopotamia. Ninurta Apal Ekur, the Conqueror. Driven by unfettered ambition and perhaps overconfidence, Ninurta plots to take the Assyrian throne, but his plans don't stop there. He seeks complete domination over any and all. He wants to crush neighboring Babylon and put it under heel. For good, then march against Hatti and Canaan to the west, forging Assyria into the largest empire the world has ever seen. Ninurta believes himself infallible, a leader destined to lead his people into a new golden age. The truth is, he underestimates the challenge that such a grand dream entails. Then Adad Shuma Asur, the Protector. Adad Shuma is concerned with protecting Babylon and its legacy above all else. Given his background as a merchant, he favors diplomacy as a way of settling problems. Yet he will go to war without hesitation if this serves his plans better. Persistent opportunist, he will take advantage of any of his opponent's mistakes, be they political, economic, or military. His idea of expansion is one of deliberate development, not eager conquest. This does not make him passive, to the contrary. He will do anything to ensure Babylon is still standing when the dust finally settles. And of course, the Aegean, the Greeks, and Troy. Agamemnon, king of Mycenae. Again, probably mispronounced that one. Apologies. Agamemnon wishes to see his name writ large across the Aegean and beyond, casting down his Trojan competitors as much as he wishes to dominate the battlefields with his superior control over logistics, and the capable aid of his brother Menelaus. He will also stop at nothing to establish his influence and heap glory on his name by any means possible. Hey, clone. Welcome to the stream. So, if I understand, this is basically Pharaoh and Troy combined. I'm getting that sense, yeah. Which makes sense, because during this time, all of these factions would have been active, and it's a more full game like this, I will say. I was told that the Greeks weren't part of the base game. But for those who played baseline Pharaoh, because I was warded off of it, so please inform me on this. But which of these factions were and were not in the base game? Obviously Egypt was. It would make no sense for the game to be called Pharaoh and the Egyptians aren't there. I'm assuming the Haiti factions were, and the Canaanites. So did this add the Sea Peoples, Mesopotamia, and the Aegean? Or is it more they just added the Aegean? Okay, the Sea Peoples. Okay, so Egypt, Haiti, and the Sea Peoples. And Canaanites. Okay, so these first four categories were all there. So they added, with this dynasties, Mesopotamia and the Aegean, which is good. So, yeah, if this game is basically Troy and Pharaoh combined, that's better, in my opinion, than the two games separate. Because I didn't like Troy. I didn't hate it with a passion or anything. It just was subpar. And keep in mind, that's mostly from watching other people play that one. I didn't really play Troy. I got it, I think, but I don't think I ever played it because I ended up before playing it, I wanted to watch someone else play it for a little bit, get an idea of the mechanics. I haven't done that with Pharaoh, so I am going in pretty blind here. But from what I saw and from how the game flowed, it looked again, I won't give too many concrete opinions about it as I didn't play it as much as I watched a live streamer play it. But it seemed a little less full of a game to me. I know it also had like a mythological mode. I don't know. How crazy was that? Was that like almost at the levels of Warhammer where they went crazy with it? Or is it a little bit more restrained? Agamemnon? Agamemnon is how you pronounce it? But the Aegean? Use one Empire 2. But the knowing the state of CA, I don't think they are neither willing nor competent to pull it off. Yeah. Part of why I'm here is I'm trying to see, like, what level of ability they have left to make historical Total Wars, because for me, like, I like Total War Warhammer 1. 2 is my favorite. 3, I have a lot of problems with it. But, you know, outside of that, like, just look at the historical ones. They haven't made a very good historical, or even good historical, in years. And CA they've been kind of following the same trend as a lot of other game devs at the moment, where they're just kind of sucking lately, like crazy. Some you can blame it on politics. I don't know. Maybe I've missed something, but with CA, it's more just they just seem not to be able to get that old spark back. Like that ability to actually properly make a compelling historical entry. I didn't play Troy or Pharaoh. Troy or Pharaoh. Might play it now. Did kind of seem weird. They had Greece and then Egypt and didn't have them both combined in the first place since they interacted so much IRL. Yeah. They have massive brain drain at the company? I suppose so. I don't know. Maybe it's also got to factor in the workforce thing. Like, a lot of the old school devs that made some of our favorite games and, like, started these franchises are no longer around anymore. Like, the people at Blizzard that made World of Warcraft and Diablo 2 and all those, Warcraft 3, StarCraft 1, even 2, like, all those devs have been kind of aging out or just getting fired and quitting the companies that they're in. And so a lot of that, like, old school talent and ability is kind of leaving the gaming workforce. And what we're left with is the modern day, like, college graduates that, well, let's just say they had the path paved for them, and since you don't have to pave it yourself, they think they can just get by on half-assing shit. Plus, again, the politicization issues. Thoughts on the VA strike? Oh, that's right. What's the strike called again? It was like, was SAG-AFTRA or something like that? The question is, how much of the success of Total War is due to being Total War compared to it being a Warhammer? Wait, what? Did I misread that? The question is, how much of the success of Total War Warhammer is due to it being Total War compared to it being Warhammer? Okay. My brain kind of conjumbled the word there. I would say it's mostly it being Warhammer, to be perfectly honest. Don't get me wrong. Total War as a franchise is well known and has existed for a while. But those specific games, yeah, I'd say it's probably Warhammer that made the name Warhammer made it successful. Because Total War before it did have an ingrained audience, and all of them got onto the Warhammer wagon. But what blew it up was definitely the combining of their traditional fan base of the historical entries, and then obviously the massive audience of Warhammer. That, and when I say audience, like not the entirety of the Warhammer fan base, but even people who just tangentially know of Warhammer would have been excited and curious to check it out and would try it. So you don't even need to be a proper fan of Warhammer to just be curious about it, whereas the historical entries might have rebuffed you because you're on a history nut. So yeah, I'd say it's mostly the Warhammer part. Has the same brain drain problem. Yeah. Oh, crap. That gives me flashbacks to Battlefield 2042. Oh god. Hey Nico, welcome to stream. Pharaoh game. Has Moses sent the plagues yet? Not yet. We'll get there. Okay, so I read Agamemnon. Let's real quick read Priam, ruler of Troy. Priam is a hereditary king of Wilusa, or Vilusa. Nah, that wouldn't be Vilusa, it'd be Wilusa. In whose family's hands it was for a number of generations. In the past 50 years, he has witnessed the gradual disintegration of Hittite authority over the Anatolian region, resulting in an attempt on part of the Mycenaeans. God damn it. to overthrow his own father, who later managed to reclaim his seat. He has spent many years rebuilding up his reputation as probably the most influential leader among Hades' vassals, though not through intimidations or shows of power, but a willingness to listen and be close to the problems of Western Haiti. In particular, even as the sovereign Atatusa has often considered them a nuisance. The burning bush. 2142 was it 2142? I thought it was 2042. Was the last good one. Oh, 2142 was the last good one, I mean. The EU Walker is one of the best Walker designs I've seen in a game. Well, let me just look that one up. Battlefield 2142 Walker. The EU Walker. Kind of reminds me of a Battletech mech. Interesting looking. I think I've played Battlefield 2142. I played Battlefield 2042, and that one sucked. It's the gray one. Yeah, I just checked it out. It looks cool. I might have to check that one out. Alright, so we've now read all of the major factions. I'm not going to read all of the descriptions of the minor factions. I just kind of want to get like a quick overview of them. Alright, so we'll just go for the Aegean. The Aegean has Achilles, Odysseus, Sarpedon, Rhesus, and Ajax. Mesopotamia has Ashur-nadin Apli, Halatush Ish. I'm gonna sound like I'm chanting a ritual here. Halatush Ishujinak, Ashbabara, Ukura, and Yakum. That's the most normal. I'm sorry. Ashur-nadin Apli, Halatush Ishujinak, Ashbabara, Ukura, Yakum. It's just Chad Yakum at the end, you know? Oh, God. Alright, the Canaanites. What do we have? Canaanites, the Umurapi, Jabin, Abdoser, Hariu, and Afalba. Or Aralba. Okay. And Haiti, we have Talmin Teshub. Hallelujah. Hallelujah! I'm sorry. I'm easily entertained, if you couldn't tell. Halia. It's Halia, not Hallelujah. Alright, Halia, Iburanu, Hararizi, Zuwala. And for Egypt, for minor factions, we have Merneptah, Setnacht, Memnon. Okay, come on. Okay, tell me that doesn't look like someone just slapped their hand on their keyboard and went with what was there. I'm not saying this isn't a real person. This might have been. But, come on, man. DJEDEFHE. It looks like someone slapped their hand on a keyboard. If I go with the Canaanites, make sure to venerate the god that they sacrifice children to. That's the Bronze Age. Lore-wise, Battlefield 2142 happens 100 years after Battlefield 2, with most of its prototype tech appearing in Battlefield 4. Okay. That is a real name. I'm not contesting that, but I'm just saying. Tell me that doesn't look like someone slapped their hand on the keyboard. That's what it looks like to me. Jedefi. Jadefi? Or Jadef? Or Jadefha? Jadefha. I don't know. Keyboard man. Murye. Libu Nomads Meshwish. Weat Metet. These names, man. Okay. So that's the minor factions. Is there anything else about them I can denote? Other than the descriptions. I guess the units they start with. Nubian recruits, Nubian hunters, Nubian. The campaign customization? Alright, let's check this out. Oh, okay. Right, pre-campaign, left click to expand and collapse this group of options. Okay, player starting budget, deposit values, shuffle commands, random faction starting positions, random faction personalities, civil war, max participants, royal decrees, research rate. Enable all royal powers. What's this? You have access to all royal traditions powers once you become supreme ruler. Okay. So royal powers is going to be important. Diplomacy deals, opinions threshold. Well, okay. This setting modifies the AI faction's opinion of the ideals you offer them. It will make it either easier or harder for you to reach a consensus on a proposal. Okay. So default is experience level, which AI factions consider proposal deals. Low, AI factions will accept proposals deals with much more difficulty, so you can make it harder for yourself. Medium, AI factions will consider proposed deals slightly more unfavorably. And high, AI factions will accept proposal deals by you more easily. So basically, if you just don't want to fuck around with diplomacy too much, you can like turn this to high. And that way, when you do have to do it, it goes to your favor. I'd rather leave it default and kind of let it... All gods discovered. What's this? This setting enables all deities to be discovered at the beginning of a campaign. Okay, so part of the mechanic of the game is discovering gods. Okay. Just make it easier to go for the Greeks. I'm leaning towards the Greeks. I will be honest with that. I am leaning towards the Greeks. Just kind of... Turns per year, 3 season, 3 turns a year, really. Toggle immortal faction leaders. So this makes your generals not die. Well, that's kind of lame. I don't know, like don't get me wrong, like obviously it's not a fantasy entry, so your generals will be very, very mortal, but they're not like super weak at the same time, right? It's not like one arrow they're down, right? Like, that's the only, like, scenario I would turn this on, is if the generals were, like, exceedingly weak and easy to kill. Now, obviously, I'm presuming this only means, like, oh, after a battle resolution, even if you lost, the general doesn't die. Like, that's my presumption of what that is. It's not actually making it so in the midst of battle, they cannot die. If that was the case, I'd never turn this on, because that's just God mode. Campaign customization option is actually one of the new features. Oh, this is new, okay. It's actually one of the new features that came with PHARAOH. It is a new feature they need to have in any future Total War titles. Total War. I agree. It is nice to have like these like really specific breakdowns of things you can have in a given playthrough. I mean, I definitely would like this in Total War Warhammer. Total War, any of them, but Warhammer 3.8, given that it's the latest one. But I doubt that they can my figure is that the game was built with this being able to be adjusted from the ground up. I don't think they can add this to an older title. That's just a guess. I don't know. They just get wounded. Okay, so yeah, that's what I figured that was. I'm gonna leave that toggled off though. Short of your generals being absolutely fucking like blade of grass hits them the wrong way, they die. I wouldn't turn it on. They can add it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a programming guy. For me, like 3D models wise, that's what I know. But programming wise, I don't know how integrally along the development cycle this has to be pre-built in. If they put in the work. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much of a spaghetti code Warhammer 3 is. I do know that all the games are similar. Total War, definitely, they use a lot of the same skeletal code. So, presumably, anything they do in a later entry, they can feasibly put into an older entry, to an extent. But it depends on how it's done, I believe. Again, not being a programmer myself. Ask me about 3D design, I can give you some pointers for sure. But programming, not my strong suit. You have a favorite Egyptian god? I only know a couple, to be fair. Everyone knows Ra. Crap. The one I know the most about, but his name is escaping right now, it's their god of death, effectively. He's got, like, the dog's head, or the hound's head. And he, like, weighs your heart with a feather before you go to the afterlife. I might be thinking the wrong thing, but hopefully I'm thinking the right thing. That one, I think, is probably the one I like the most, but that's because I know the most about him. But the worst part is his name is absolutely escaping my brain at the moment. Oh, damn, they really, like, break this down, don't they? Yeah, mid-campaign, pre-campaign, disasters that can happen. Anubis? Ah, okay. Think it's Osiris? I don't think it's Osiris. Anubis sounds right. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Hopefully with enough feedback, they'll add that to prior entries and further entries. Okay. So, I'm probably going to go Aegean. The real question is major or minor faction. Do I want to go with Agamemnon, King of Mycenae, or Priam? Or do I want to go minor faction and go with one of the smaller Greek cultures? Or Greek factions, I should say. Anubis is the judge. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking Anubis. Remember how strong Shogun 2 generals were? Sure. It's funny because the specific general modeled itself had like 3 HP instead of just 1. The model health system worked differently in Shogun 2 than in Warhammer. True. Okay. So, I guess I'll ask you guys in chat. And by the way, make sure to leave a like on the stream. It always helps, you know, like, in the algorithm and stuff. So, I greatly appreciate it if you guys do that. Subscribing to the channel is also a great support system if you guys want to do that. Now that I've got the YouTuber thing out of the way, a question for everybody in chat, though. Minor or major faction? Just type in the chat, major or minor. Because if I do minor, I'm probably going to go with Achilles. I know, shocking choice. And major... Major, I'll probably go Agamemnon. Major, go with Agamemnon. Alright, I got one for major. Might as well. Just gonna see if in it. Yeah, I'm leaving it up to you guys because I'm split down the middle on it. So, major or minor? Major. Alright, got 2 for major. Alright. I will go with major then. Major factions, Agamemnon. Oh, whoops.
None will cross me and live.
Okay, he's looking dapper as fuck. Agamemnon, Lord of Men, Master of Mycenae. Strength and weaknesses, okay. Faction buildings, more resources, the higher your influence, can stabilize a province more easily, relies on having influence, or having high influence, okay. Are there hero units in this game? I'm curious to see if there are. Faction units. Okay, high damage melee units, good maneuverability. Range units have shorter range. Okay. Commands. Gain free ancillaries and native units for your faction leader. Construct main buildings and monuments more quickly and cheaply. Okay, pretty good. Court. Requests are much cheaper and do not cost a court action. Starting position, Misane Hecatus. Hey, key concepts. Outposts. An outpost is a building outside a region's settlement constructed in predefined locations. Your armies can visit your outposts to receive bonuses for a few turns. Enemy outposts can be sacked by your armies for resources. Okay. They worship Zeus. Divine worship is a source of powerful advantages. Choose a god to worship, then construct shrine outposts or temples in your settlement to gain favor. Send armies to pray at your shrines to receive bonuses for a few turns. Select a general to devote to the god and receive permanent boons. Higher tiers of favor provide more powerful bonuses. Okay. Right, native units. Native units are troops belonging to the peoples native to the different realms on the campaign map. Each realm contains its own roster, available for recruitment from their respective regions. Okay, that kind of reminds me of Bannerlord. Okay, so that's something I'm going to have to definitely keep in mind. Because when you conquer a region, from what I'm understanding reading that, if you conquer a region, it's not like once you construct a base there, you can then recruit your native factions units. No, you're still recruiting from the pool of the natives of the region. So, for example, if I conquer part of Egypt, I'll get Egyptian units to recruit, if I'm understanding that correctly. So I won't be able to recruit Greeks in Egypt, which makes sense, historically speaking. So kind of like Bannerlord, like, even if you conquer a Battanian region, it doesn't, as a Valandian, you're still going to get Battanians. If I'm understanding correctly. Terrain and weather. Terrain types vary across battlefields. These can tactically help and hinder troops during battle. Oh, I got to keep in mind the weather. Okay, nothing to advice for your faction. The weather in Aegean realms is mostly mild, with rain and fog being more common than sweltering heat. Aegean units are mostly suited to fighting in dry weather and on terrains with abundant vegetation, as a lot of them are trained to hide in tall grasses and shrubs. As such, they would have difficulties when fighting in a desert or during sandstorms. So fighting in the midst of Egypt is going to be a pain in the ass. Kinda? I'm curious what I mean by kinda. Okay, titles. Each character is defined by their traits, competencies, and titles. Traits are gained to characters as a result of their actions in battle and on campaign map. A general's competencies increase with each rank gained. Specific titles are unlocked by various levels/combinations of competencies. Unique to your faction, as Agamemnon, your titles grant you bonuses to smaller armies with higher tier units, lowering their upkeep and increasing their movement and damage in combat. Alright, Dynasty. The ruling family screens. Okay, that one the ruling family screen displays your faction leader, their spouse, and descendants. Using this feature, you can arrange marriages and make sure your faction always has a scion to inherit the previous faction leader. Once a faction enters a dynasty through adoption or becoming its supreme ruler, it has access to options for marriages in diplomacy and can view the deeds of the current supreme ruler. Only certain factions start as part of a dynasty in the beginning of the campaign. I'm assuming that's most of the major factions. As Agamemnon, you start married with 2 children, a boy and a girl. Your son, Orestes... Oh, got all choked up there. Ooh. Your son Orestes will soon come of age and be chosen as your presumptive scion, leaving you safe to put yourself in danger alongside your brother Menelaus. Okay. Royal traditions. Legitimacy strengthens the claim on the throne. Jesus, this is a lot. Okay. As you choose and follow a path, in so doing, you will gain access. Okay. And Ancient Legacy. Ancient Legacy allows you to strive for glory by following in the footsteps of the greatest rulers of the past. Once you have selected royal tradition, you will be able to choose one Ancient Legacy to use in your campaign. Each one is vastly different to the others and carries in the name of the ruler who has inspired it. This is advice for your faction. As Agamemnon, you choose the Ancient Legacy of Atreus. Use it against your enemies to build dominance and gain advantages over weaker factions. Okay. Gotcha. All right, so we'll leave things on normal for now. I'll probably go higher difficulties as I figure the game out. Oh, they added a family tree system with this update. Cool. Oh, nice. Also, there was some tests done in the U.S., I think, where they made reproduction of Greek BA armor. Turns out it was way better in use than historians thought they were. Okay. Does he get poisoned and die?
I am Meneptah. No, I am the great Pharaoh Meneptah.
Okay. Thank you for saying so.
10 years ago, I inherited the throne in the shadow of my father. The strong bull, the protector of Egypt, the chosen of Ra and beloved of Amun.
Poor slave, just like, ugh. Get it over with, dude.
Ramses the Second.
Wait, seriously? Oh. By the way, animation-wise, this is very much reminding me of the Disney Christmas Carol movie with Jim Carrey, like the exaggerated movements and stuff.
And dark times are coming.
For a second there, I thought he was gonna die by choking. That would have been hilarious. Horrifying for the world, but hilarious in the moment. Small family company known as CA.
What will happen to my kingdom after my soul slips into the eternal lands of the afterlife?
Well, in my case, I'm gonna take it. So don't you worry there, pal. It'll be in good hands. Greek hands. Not gonna lie, this is the weirdest cutscene I have seen this year, and I played a game that has a talking fish. Wait, what? What are you playing? That was strange. Like, part of it, like, felt like a proper Total War setup, right? Like, after the freaking grape thing, right? Like, that felt like a good Total War setup. But that beginning part with the freaking... That was strange and felt very oddly comedic. Warframe. Oh. A talking fish? played Warframe just recently. I'm trying to think of what you're referring to. Come on, game, load her up. Whispers in the wall. Okay, don't tell me too much then. I don't think I've... If it's part of the quest line that I think it is, I haven't gotten to that point yet. Same VA as Asterion. Okay. Oh shoot, that reminds me. I was asked earlier something about the VA. Shoot. Oh yeah, Gunnar asked me earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but Gunnar asked me earlier about the VA strike. Like I don't know too much about it, so while this is loading, I'll just look it up. VA strike. Should probably specify 2024. Yeah, SAG AFTRA. What a stupid name. So SAG AFTRA is officially on strike. Last year we wrote the headline. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, just kind of reading through it very briefly. I probably shouldn't use IGN. What's a better site? I don't know, just I'll look into it more later because it looks like there's a lot of coverage on it.
The great green cradles, once magnificent Knossos. The North Mainland is home to the great Achaeans, as they tell it anyway. But their legacy is not their own in truth. We know them as petty and prideful. Ships and warlust.
It's coming from the Egyptians.
At Mycenae's heart, formidable in his fortress-like palace, sits King Agamemnon. From on high, all he sees is land, his land. Yet the people below chip and tear at it. Agamemnon will not have it. He will humiliate his foes in battle, and will enforce his kingship upon them. This he welcomes, just as much as the season's crop and cattle. He will then seek to impose his peculiar sort of unity even further. Across the waters, where Mycenae has often tried to gain a foothold. Troy has bitter memories of this.
It does sound a bit dry as like the VA over. Maybe we got spoiled with the advisor in Warhammer.
Though still fractured, have yielded to Achaean
And
advances
my last historical title was Shogun 2, so we definitely had a great advisor voice over that.
Strong sovereign.
He does sound a bit dry though,
Any who would serve them
very airy.
might be spared the tensions and misfortunes growing across the region. The sea lanes of trade and prosperity have long bound our
Titan Quest looks
disparate
better.
lands
Titan Quest
together.
it looks fucking great for how
Though
old it is.
now, I fear Messenians and others may seek to misuse them. In their rush to conquest, who knows how far they could reach? Maybe as far as the shores of my own Kemet. Agamemnon is determined to restore his people's fading luster. He would burnish the bronze of his Messenian domain. He would blind and buffet all who oppose his ambition. His single-mindedness is as sharp as the tip of a spear, pointing ever forward.
Okay. Alright. Oh, this again. Oh, we already went through this. I'm assuming there's nothing new. Status. What's this? Okay. Current turn 1. Faction leader. Okay, so this is just the summation of the game at the moment. Zeus. Worshipped god. Progress until next year. Factors from shrines and from cult center. So favor will be up another 300. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we're finally in game now. Let's take a look at some things.
King Agamemnon.
It's Agamemnon, and I'm assuming this is Menelaus.
Warrior of the Aegean.
Okay. So I have 2 separate armies to start. God, this UI. Okay. I'm 1 short of the max for my starting. Okay. Okay. We're starting off pretty strong here.
The tale of these times will never die.
Okay. So is that it for... And I'm assuming these are our other outposts.
Settlements are not the only points of influence and culture in the world. Outposts on your territory could boost your economy, help resupply armies, or provide shelter when crossing inhospitable lands.
Okay. Why is the UI is really big? Can I shrink it? This graphics. Let's go interface. UI scale. Oh, it's at 200%. That's why. Why is it at 200%? What the hell? Alright.
No one shall slight me.
Alright, that's much better. Okay. Yeah, everything was so big for a second there. I was like, ah, half my screen's the damn UI. Okay. Oh, we fixed that up. Build temples to Zeus. Wait, one of those symbols outside of the map is Celtic. It's a... Wait, what? This symbol? I don't know, maybe the Celts are randomly just adjacent to the Aegean. It might just... I don't know. Oh, it says Thebes.
I stand beside greatness.
Okay.
Supreme warrior of the Aegean.
Let's bodyguard.
On my way.
Okay, so he's another general, not a hero. Okay.
On the march.
Alright, so this is our first enemy, the Corinth. Alright, so we'll look at the we'll look at faction management in a second here, but let's get our first fight underway. So it's doing the same thing Warhammer does, where it starts you off like an enemy just adjacent to you. Plus, I think Shogun did that as well.
Often their offspring.
Alright, fight battle. Obviously we're gonna do manual, but what? Okay. All units in red will be destroyed. All units in yellow will be severely damaged in battle. Okay, so we auto-resolved it. Everybody would be critical except for like a handful. That's interesting. Alright, let's fight battle. Let SAG-AFTRA strike. They thought they could make propagandist crap and make you pay for it, not realizing we have 80 plus years of entertainment and physical media. True. I mean, that's usually what happens whenever you see these, like, Hollywood strikes. And in this case, it's not Hollywood, it's the gaming industry. But it really is interesting, the state of things, where... Like, imagine 50 years ago, right? If there had been a strike because of, you know, entertainers not being paid fair wages and stuff, and there might have even been ones that's just not coming to mind immediately. But 50 years ago, the public wouldn't have been... I would argue the public wouldn't have been as immediately on their side, but they would be more inclined to be on the entertainer's side as opposed to the companies that effectively own them and all that they make. Now, it's really telling that my first instinct, without looking into it properly as of yet, but my first instinct is, I don't give a shit. If anything, I'm almost inclined to side with the companies employing them. Almost. I still think 99% of the time, like, those higher-ups are just as shit, if not more shit than the people below them. But it's really telling how things have shifted. Like, we've been ranted at and raved at by so many of these devs and these VAs and stuff about, like, political propaganda bullshit that I really don't find it in me to have much sympathy. My bad. I keep forgetting that this drop-down mic is there, so I'm moving my head with the assumption this side and this side are equal and like what it's extending out. Alright, so let's get into the fight. Okay, accuracy, reload time. Yeah, so that affects archers only. Okay. Current weather dry. This weather does not affect battlefield forecast. Thunderstorm. Accuracy. 7%. Range. Morale -5. Reload time. Alright, we'll go with dry then.
Greatness in battle may only be achieved through
Zeus is with you. Let him strike lightning bolts at the enemy.
practice their craft.
This should be a battle to remember.
Okay, so let's take a look at the units for a second here. Alright, let me turn off the UI. So I have my graphic setting is ultra. So what you're seeing is like the highest quality you get out of the engine. Alright. Units look okay.
Let's show them how it's done.
All that bare-chestedness. It's like, come on, enemy. You'll see my pecs before you die. Obviously, these guys look the best out of the whole army. You can re-roll so much?
They don't have enough javelins.
Not always. You can always roll into worse and you only get like 2 rolls. So it is a bit of a gamble. They work worse than Total Warhammer models. Well, to be fair, they're also supposed to be less dynamic than Total Warhammer models. As it is, these designs are actually quite intricate, and I'm going to assume that Bronze Age armies didn't have this intricate of armor. Actually, no, I take that back, because now I think about it. No, they did, actually. Still, though.
Leave their bodies for the crows.
Alright, so also let's review what we have for units. And where's our reinforcements coming? Reinforcements. Alright, we're getting reinforcements, the enemy is not. So, ideally, I don't want to engage in battle till we have our full force. That way we can hit them with an overwhelming attack. Let me see what the enemy has to work with. Alright, so good news is it doesn't look like they have any cavalry. Actually, was cavalry a big thing during the Bronze Age? Or was it not really as active? I know they had chariots during the Bronze Age, but like full cavalry forces.
I expect legendary deeds.
Alright, Achaean spearmen. Not Achaean. Collectors. Alright. Your history says it's a screaming pain. Actually, Tang, let me put you on since you're a history net. Horses that time weren't big enough, or not many had been bred big enough to carry a man. Really? I don't know. I've grown up around horses my whole life, so the idea of that just weirds me out. It's like I'm like now my head is like imagining all they had back then were miniature horses, which are adorable but not very useful. I mean, as a pack mule, I guess effectively it'd be useful, but yeah. Let me pull on Tang here, since he's a history nut, and getting to listen to him scream about it would certainly be enjoyable. Tang, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Alright, so what's causing you to scream?
First of all, that armor that you showed, it
Alright.
looks like the armor that you can see in like Warcraft 3 that the humans wearing, like the bulkiness, the pauldrons, the helms, like what the crest. That looks like a Roman crest to me. I'm sorry, that looks like a Roman armor. And also, it's shining silver. It should be bronze. It should be yellow. It's the fucking Bronze Age. Like what? Oh, and that spear is completely useless in battle. It looks cool, but it would be generally unmanageable because you get one plunge and then you get stuck in the enemy because the blades go to opposite directions. So if you push forward, you'll just bend to opposite sides and just become like a fork.
They look like spears that are designed to like grab like a hold of like swords and like bring them down and like twist them out of the enemy's hands. That's what they look like they're made for.
Yeah, but usually these spears should be with shields, because that was the whole phalanx formation. It's like, also, those would have been made of bronze, and if the whole idea with bronze weapons is that usually battles were like, you go to battle, you fight the battle, then you retreat, and you rehammer your bronze weapon back in shape. Because it just bent. Also, the whole horse thing. It would have been completely impossible to use horse in battle due to the fact that they had basically no saddles. They didn't have the invention of stirrups was one of the things that revolutionized horsemanship, and I think the first one to actively use horses in general battle was Alexander with his what was their name? Companions. Yeah, the companion cavalry was the first, I think, the first major cavalry force which was horse-based. Otherwise, it would have been chariots all the way, especially for the Egyptians. Greeks, not so much because of the rugged terrain and forests and mountains and stuff. But yeah, also, now I've been thinking about the whole period, and the introduction of the Sea People as a playable faction just irks me up so much.
Do I dare ask why?
Well, do you remember in Medieval 2, when you have, for example, you go to a crusade and you capture Jerusalem, and then you get the infamous notification, oh, there is a large invasion force coming, and then you get invaded by 17 stacks of Mongols, and you're like, what? It's like the Sea People should have been basically the Zerg. They come in, they invade. Yeah, well, yes, they came in. They almost decimated all of civilization. The only ones that managed to hold them off were basically the Egyptians. And from then on, it started the Egypt started to dominate the region because they destroyed the Hittites, they destroyed the ancient Greeks, they destroyed the Babylonians, the Canaanites, the Assyrian Empire. The Egyptians almost got destroyed, but they managed to push them back, which was one of the greatest battles of the whole. Like Ramses the Third, I think, was made a whole thing about the destruction of the sea people. They should have been the thing that once you get a certain percentage of the map, you just get the notification, oh, they're coming, and then you were basically on a path to, okay, can I actually hold up against that many forces? Because there were not just two CPU, there were 7 big tribes, 7 big groups that invaded, and they destroyed cities like nothing.
They were
They didn't.
They were like the pre-Viking threat, I assume.
Well, the whole idea is that I think the last theory was they started coming because of the whole there was a climate disaster which led to famine, and some tribes from the north of, like, the northern parts of Europe, like, let's say, well, northern Balkans and stuff like that, decided to go south. And so they became like an avalanche thing where one tribe started moving and the other tribe started moving in front of him, then the other tribe started moving, and they formed this coalition of 7 tribes that basically just started going through everything. They went in, they destroyed cities, and then moved on. Didn't conquer, didn't try to rule, it just waste.
They were ravagers.
Oh yeah. And some make
See what I said earlier is correct. This is very educational for me.
well, yeah. Also,
Yes, Guard, you may join the
would
call.
have been, yeah. Guard maybe get some things on the cavalry, because I am not that good with specific military units.
Tang, a little
Yeah.
thing. You were a bit wrong with the cavalry.
In
They
which
did use it,
sense?
like one of the most common, most known one were the Nubian horsemen, if you remember. They did also not use any saddles or bridles.
Yes, but they were not like the Nubian horsemen. I think they didn't fight on horses.
They did
use it
fight on
for
horses.
mobili-
They were
they?
skirmishers. They would go in, throw their spears, fuck off,
Oh well, yeah.
and then repeat it.
Okay,
That's how
caveat.
cavalry was used during the time.
Okay,
But that's why chariots were so much more beloved, I guess.
well, they were
You were
more
not
of
correct.
a.
Like the way cavalry was used later, they were not used. They were just used as skirmishers. Go in, chuck spears, fuck off, maybe kill a strangler or two.
Well, yeah. Chariots were more versatile because they could be used as also as a little bit of a more of a, well, actually,
You can put in 2 archers on it and have a couple of archers arrows on it and just drive around.
yeah, or a
Trying to
spearman
get you right
for,
and
for
early.
closer combat.
So you were almost right. They were used, just not at the same capacity.
Yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, true.
And
Still,
some disappearance of some civilizations, why people say it might have been the sea people, most likely
Well-
was just Father Time doing
well,
his job.
it was a combination of climate calamities. There was a famine. There was drought. Droughts.
Inability
There
to
was
trade because
the
of that.
CP. Like, yeah, the whole idea is that it was just a series of events that led to a whole collapse. And also, some people think that because the bronze that they used copious amounts of bronze, and one of the things you need for bronze is tin. And I think one of the few tin deposits that they had was in Anatolia, and once they got that pretty much exhausted, they started to look for other
Grimold
tin
asks,
deposits.
are you guys speaking about the Numidian cavalry in Bronze Era?
There are a couple to, like, what, 300 BC? If I'm not
I
misremembering.
think they're later on, Garn. That's the thing. That
Yeah, a
that
bit
early,
later on, but people were
Yes.
using
Oh,
horses
Garn.
like that.
Garn. That is Alexander age. Alexander started the whole companion cavalry, and then the Numidians and the other ones.
Yeah, but people did
Got
use
the
it
thing.
previously, kind of like the Numidians. They were using it for skirmishing.
Oh, fair enough.
Like that's. I was just thinking of the Numidians because, well, I don't remember, don't know any older ones.
Yes, but the Numidians were not in that specific period which the game is set. They're
Yeah,
later.
it's a bit that late. Like Dark Horse?
But-
No, go away.
Anyway. Also, I think that during that period, they didn't have the Akkadian Empire, which would actually did the Akkadian Empire start in the 12th, 13th BC, or was it later on? I don't remember.
Numidians are 300 BC if I take a look.
I mean, Numidia
Oh,
cavalry
yeah.
is far post Bronze Age.
Yes.
This one is 1200s, right?
Yeah, it's the Ramses II, 12 to 1100 BC.
So yes, while uncommon, there should still be some around.
Not in battles. Again, the Numidians at that period, they didn't have that much of a horse
Well,
culture.
I'm not talking about the Numidians. I'm just talking about like general like
Well,
skirmishing.
where? No,
Hey,
they
Grimald.
that was the role of the
Love to see you here.
if
Yeah, right now I'm learning a lot about the Bronze Age because this
Yeah.
is not an age I'm super familiar with.
well, I am also not that familiar. I just know.
You know more than I do.
Here and there.
Very
Oh, yeah.
clearly. All right.
Also, the Hittite and Egyptian warfare was one of the few things that were also very interesting in that era, where the Hittite Empire basically the Egyptians were trying to conquer almost up to Anatolia. They were really trying to get all of the previously Phoenician territories, but then the Hittites kind of checked them at north, like I think current day Jordan or Syria, something like that. They had a big battle where Ramses, I think, won, but then that was so devastating to his armies that he never tried to go north again.
Oh no, there it is. Horses were used for battle as early as the late Bronze Age increased circa 1600 to 1100 BC. First to pull chariots and later for cavalry.
Oh, there we go. That's why I said it's generally
So yeah,
chariot
it was
first.
mostly chariot first, but later
Yes.
cavalry.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it
later on,
is
yes.
kind of the same time frame as this game.
Mm.
And this game is 1200, right?
I believe yes.
Okay.
So horses used, just not a lot.
Yeah.
I just couldn't think of anything older than Numidians, so it's my thing. For example, Athens only 1,000 men in its cavalry corps. Okay.
Oh yeah, the cavalry was not
Sparta did not have
prominent.
cavalry until 424 BC.
Ready to throw! Six shots away!
Ugh, the site is using the gay BCE. Blah, BCE.
Horses have been
No,
used
no.
since Stone Age, but it only turned into true strategic asset after Alexander the Great started to training a dedicated cavalry.
There we go. That's what I said. Yes.
Heavy, maybe, yeah.
No, the actual combat cavalry. In terms of spearmen on horses charging
I would
into
still call chariots cavalry. Oh, what
Well,
would you call
no.
that?
Well, chariots, even
Mobile,
even in the
mobile
late.
siege warfare.
Well, no, chariots were mostly chariots were predominantly skirmish cavalry.
So was cavalry back then as well?
Actually, combat chariots that went into the units to do damage were rare, because the whole idea is that yeah, you can do very big damage of charging, but once you charge, you're stuck.
Yeah.
on a immovable cart, and yeah, it's much easier to run around the enemy and just shoot arrows at him, and if anyone gets close, to stab him with a spear.
Again.
But you
skirmishing.
don't charge with chariots.
Again, skirmishing.
Oh yes.
Man, Warhammer battles always look like Warhammer. Fuck me. Total War
Well, yeah,
battles.
it is Warhammer battles at this point, Karn.
Yeah.
That's
They
one
look so
thing
stiff,
I really
it looks so undynamic.
that's one thing I really hate that they took out is like holding formations and actually cohesion. Where you had, instead of having this blob of units just melting into each other, you should have, at this period, you should have battle lines where only the front line fights and the rest just wait on the back ends.
Or maybe having spears poking towards as well. but
Yeah,
that's like-
it's the phalanx formations, the early phalanx, and also sword formations.
But they don't know how to program that.
No, they had that. As
Dang.
early as Rome.
Old CA had different developers than modern CA.
Well, I don't care.
Their skill set today is lesser than what that used to be.
Fair enough, but still.
So then they cannot do that thing. They might have the old technology somewhere buried, but
I
the new guys
and
don't know how
that's-
to use it.
I know, and that's horrible. Because it just the idea of the unit the idea that all of the unit fought at the same time is kind of stupid. Because imagine having a battle in the middle of the summer. The front line is gonna fight, then gonna back off, then the next dude is gonna come and fight. That's the whole. That's how literally how Romans became dominant. They perfected the rolling fight formation, to where each line of Roman legionaries
Come on, legionaries,
fought
on.
for like 5 minutes and then pushed back.
Alright, decisive victory.
Yay.
I think I screwed up there, because what I was trying to do is I was trying to have my main force hit them, and then go around the side with my spear chuckers, and hit them from the flanks with the spears. Didn't fucking work how I wanted to, but...
Yeah, that would have been possible if there were static fighting formations and the units didn't just blop onto each other.
Oh, they're doing that, I think Troy did this thing. Where they did a little fight animation at the end.
Oh, blood! That I'm gonna get so annoyed if I have to look at this every time I have a battle.
Listening to you rage is so enjoyable.
Well, listen, I am the kind of man that plays on Shogun Legendary and has like 750 battles per campaign. If I have to watch every single time two dudes fighting for every single skirmish, it's like do that for grand battles where two generals are fighting and they have a small duel at the end. Yeah, that would be cool. Two nobodies with 500 dudes on each side making a huge fight is like, ugh. Also, those helmets are. I know Agamemnon had a thing, but those horns.
What? He just wants to take it off and start spearing people with it, you know?
Well, I would understand if it was early on Minoan civilization, because they venerated bulls like oh hell. But Agamemnon. It is. Are those rivets on that? What?
I'm not even sure that Agamemnon was that.
Is that riveted bronze armor? What? What?
I don't think it's riveted.
Holy!
That cannot be riveted. That's not.
I
It's
don't know.
embossed.
Supreme warrior of the Aegean.
That might be just embossing. Like, calm down.
Yeah, but why?
Tank, why would they fucking rivet the armor on the person?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Karen, why would they do a lot of things in this game?
Why would they have the ground look uglier than in older games?
That's Warhammer syndrome.
And it's not just Warhammer syndrome; it's modern CA syndrome.
Since Warhammer, you can just if it basically
The-
if you go far away from the screen and kind of squint your eyes, you cannot say what game you're playing. If it's Warhammer, if it's Troy, if it like they all look the same.
I also would say the same with Throne of Britannia. Or...
Well, no, Thrones of Britannia were a little bit different, but it's just
I have to say, Bronze of Britannia is more ass than any Total War title. Total Warhammer game.
oh yes, because it was a oh let's
so
test this
fucking
out kind of
terrible.
game.
Is the blood of
It was the beta test
as
game.
well as every other.
What?
Keen as
They
the
released
blood
beta
of
test
our
games for the
enemies.
last 5
We should take
games.
much care
Well,
in
yeah, and
maintaining
people
the
still
healthy
buying that
flow
for
of
some
commerce
reason.
Your
in
guy
our
says
land.
Roman are so efficient that they used decimation as scout tactic.
Oh yes,
They all look like it was made by the same artists.
well probably are made by the same artist.
I would
How do
say
you
it's safe
use
to
the
say.
act of killing the 10th member of your squad as scouting?
I think he meant something else.
Stalwart and true.
Are they going to send the spirit of the guy who got beaten to death to scout?
No. It's
Like
not
the
scout.
shade in
It's
Warcraft
intimidation, Karn. It's intimidation.
No, Tang, if you do that, like in Warcraft 3, you get a shade that's invisible and it scouts for you. My life for Nazul.
I ain't got nobody. Oh,
I
that was
see that
good
people.
times. Those are good times.
Alright, I want to invest in a military building, but at the same time,
The greenery in Warcraft 3 looks better.
my gold is
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
negatives. Well, it's not in the negatives, but I'm losing gold.
You know what you can do against it? Pillaging and raiding.
Yeah. Honestly, how is Corinth looking? Like, if you manage to pillage that, you may be able to
Is that supposed
stabilize
to
the
be
gold a bit.
Is it supposed to be Corinth? I cannot see it without my glasses.
It is Corinth, yes.
Yes, it says Corinth.
Corinth. Corinth.
Ah, there's the eye.
Oh, wait, is that a tower what? Come, zoom in that army a bit. Can you the Corinth army? If when you have time,
That's
please.
beyond me.
A Mathan?
Yeah, this one. Is that a tower shield on
Hey, and Roman plumage.
Oh yeah.
No, wait. Which side was the Roman plumage?
Clone says in the chat, damn, that is something to think about. Try fighting for more than 5 minutes in armor during the summer. Fuck that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Like
That's why you have
fights would have been
rolling
short.
combat and
Fights would have been short. Like battles unless you had relief force. Like that's the only like way I could think like battles would last longer than 30 minutes. Is if you had like you had the initial battle line, then you had a relief force kind of slide in. Prolonged battles, especially as armor got heavier and heavier. Like I don't know how heavy bronze is by comparison to something like steel or iron.
The heaviness of the bronze isn't the problem. The problem is how well bronze conduces heat.
yeah, it gets hot.
Oh god, yeah, like magnifying.
That's
Yeah. Summer day. Oh, that would be horrible.
That's why sometimes during battles in the ancient Bronze Age, sometimes they had things where men would just strip off their armor and prefer to fight naked with just a shield and a spear, just because they could manage to outlast the enemy.
But the thing is, that much armor wasn't typically even done. You had like this very thick, not wool.
Yes.
What was the
Yes,
thing called
Karn.
that they used? That Gambison. No, it wasn't Gambison, but the
it was wool.
Gambison-like thing. It was thick, just thick wool, right?
Well, yeah, it was thick wool. That's why people just prefer to just strip their armor and just have like a shield in a spear, because you risk being stabbed in a lot, but the thing is you can last for 10 more minutes, and when the other guy is picking in his armor, he is not going to swing the spear very effectively. It was mostly it was maneuvering, and then during the battle it was like endurance basically, like which army is gonna tire first.
Yeah, they got another army right there. So just to be on the safe side.
I will not give up.
Well, I'm gonna pull back and
Yeah.
refresh your units a bit.
Yeah, keep them in friendly territory, see if I can upgrade my recruits. Rank 2, okay. So I can improve presence, effective bundle, or effect bundle. Improving this competency will grant you the following. Upkeep, -4 for this army, and line of sight. And you improve fortitude. Improve this competency.
dang,
will
it
grant
was
you
linen and
battle
leather,
loot or
mostly.
replenishment. Improving
And then
competency
if you had the
with
cash, a
movement,
bronze
speed,
Gyros on
and
top.
ability cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go presence. Yeah, lowers the upkeep.
Honestly, I would go for upkeep. Yeah, making low upkeep initially would save you so much money in the long term.
I like for a
'Cause you want
battle.
to have big units, like
For
a
a,
big
for a
armies.
battle around the time, you didn't need much than just a thick linen / leather thing, because well, getting slashed and arrows were your biggest threat.
Oh yeah, and that's why you carry the shield.
They ironically had 3-minute break mid-battle. Is that true?
Yeah, sometimes yeah. There was the whole idea where the two armies would clash, they would fight for a bit, then they pull back, they switch the line so the fresh men would come to the front, and then they start fighting again. That's how it went.
Yeah, but you got to imagine like this is just me making something funny out of something that probably didn't work this way. But just imagine like they're in the middle of like slashing, you got two guys wailing on each other's shields, and all of a sudden you just got this ref that comes out in the black and white stripes, right? Blows his whistle. All right, guys, break time.
Refs are eternal.
Asmo, imagine it like this: grab a hammer and something heavy on the other hand. Go outside and swing the hammer for like 3 to 4 minutes.
No, like, I get.
Just gonna be like,
it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. It makes sense that they would need to take a break. But what I'm saying is, it's just funny to think like middle of the battle, you're both tired, and all of a sudden, it's like, all right, break time. And you just look at the other guy you were just trying to kill, and you just put your sword in your sheath, you shake his hand, it's like, all right, see you in a couple seconds. Yeah, see you in a couple minutes. Whew.
oh yeah.
Good game.
Well,
Good game.
yeah. Also, the
GG.
whole idea is they usually would not have had one-on-one combat. They would have been side to side, and you're just staying there and poking the other shield over your shield. So when everyone else starts backing off, it's like, oh, I guess you're backing off. Okay.
Oh, by the way, there would be someone with a horn, actually.
Yeah.
There
Were people. Yeah.
would be a ref. Well, ref.
the leader of the whole unit
Oh,
would probably
God.
be like forward, fight, back.
Yes.
What?
In conflict.
What is it? What did you see?
I'm checking out the Royal Decrees now, see how this works. Alright, we have the Valor of Pious, Legitimacy in Battles, plus 50%. Okay.
But they do not do that stupid thing where they put in the mythological units in this one, right?
No.
Okay,
I hope
so,
not.
so we are not
I
going to
do
see a
hope
random
not.
ass fucking Minotaur.
Well,
Wait, didn't they explain it by it just being a massive dude with a like a bull's head piece?
Karn,
Wasn't it
Troy
something
logic
stupid like
was
that?
Troy logic was just not
Okay,
something you wanted to go
so
into.
Royal Decrees, they basically look like, it looks like they act as like the research buffs you do in Warhammer, or Total War Warhammer.
Yeah.
For example, like the 3 I have to choose from at the moment are Strength and Good Governance, which it takes 3 turns to research. After it's
Yeah,
done,
really
construction
does look
time is it takes -1 to construction time for turns. Then
Right.
Shielded by the Gods is plus 5% melee defense, damage resistance versus missiles plus 5%. And then Life of a Soldier just makes it so you get 75 additional XP per turn.
I don't know about the XP one.
Honestly, I would go for the Shield of the Gods because
I would also go for anti-bong.
yeah, initially preserving your army may be the most important thing that you can do because if you lose that, recruiting a new army would destroy your economy.
Yeah, I thought you get something like Skaven Jezails in this game.
I feel like I'm a lord with my 2 advisors on my shoulders.
Well,
It's
I
like,
am
please
the-
advise me, my noble lords.
Yeah,
Tang
but we
comes
both
up with his
agree.
red robe.
Yes.
We both agree on what to do.
I have played quite a lot of Total War games, and I kind of know their logic.
Okay,
No
so
one shall slight me.
Now you
don't-
must kill
I
the
don't
enemy.
think I want to
It's my-
do any more construction this turn. I mean, I'm good on resources in terms of food and stone. Wood is not very good. Bronze is okay. Gold is the only thing I'm in the red on. Like, I'm losing gold at the moment.
Bronze.
That's how it's supposed to look like in a Total War game. If you're not losing money, you are not gaining.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, you're not
How
losing
does
that
diplomacy
fast.
cost your money?
I would not touch diplomacy that early.
I haven't played this game because I'm not stupid.
Thanks, Karn.
Hey, my pleasure. Dude, you got Age of Empires? Age of Empires 2 has a Bronze Age expansion.
Karn, Age of Empires 1 is not something you wanna have Asmo play.
Why not? It would be funny.
Oh, yeah, it would be funny for us. For him, it would be torture. Yeah, speaking of Cav archers, if you want to see what the Cav archer would have looked like when you actually were living in the Bronze Age, play Age of Empires 1. It's like Cav archers all the way.
Fucking dominant.
Oh,
And to be fair, Age of Empires goes past the
The
Bronze
only other thing
Age.
I'll start... This might be foolish to do early on, but I'm going to start construction on a military building.
oh yeah, you need some military building to be able to recruit new units, definitely.
Well, yeah, like outside of like the really basic ones. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Do we have any idea what the next Total War game might be? It's from Clone6385. I never played Medieval, so I'd like a remake of that with modern graphics.
Actually, there are rumors. There are rumors
Yeah.
about 2 new Total War games. One is Star Wars based, I think, Tang, right?
Yeah, I think they said
And-
something about. Well, they wanted to go to space.
Yeah, and one
But-
could be 40k based.
Yeah, those
I
are
have
rumors.
no
of
idea
rumors.
how you make a Total War 40
Oh,
game.
you don't. You don't.
Well, you
That's the
do. It's
idea.
just
They-
if you
they
pick the
won't.
Space Marines. All you need to do very overarching factions,
Honestly,
like the Space
if
Marines are in the Imperium. Like you use the Imperial Guard as your chef and have Space Marines here and there. But
Karn, if we look at their reputation with Napoleon and how they do
there was,
gunpowder,
yeah,
it-
Tang.
yes,
I'm not saying it's a smart thing to do. It's
I know.
just a rumor mill.
Also, if they touch medieval, I really hope they do it to where they just upgrade the graphics and they don't touch anything else.
They are going to barely upgrade the graphics and just put in female kings and be like, okay, that's fine.
No, I'm not gonna play with. I'm gonna mod that thing out immediately.
Oh, Nico actually had a pretty... Actually, that's a good suggestion, Nico. Be interesting if they were going to do a Total War Conan.
No,
Really?
I am serious. I seriously
I don't think
believe
they will.
None in CA knows what the Conan is.
Yeah, and if they do Conan, they're gonna do the most woke Conan you can ever imagine, which is not gonna be any fun.
I can see that they are going to try something with, like, in the 1300, maybe.
That's right. So it just take 5 years.
Yeah, that's why I disable watching the AI movement because it just drags on, especially later on. Like, look, now you've like
I
man,
endure.
159. factions.
Yeah, most of them are going to disappear anyway.
Yeah. 10 turns into the game, half the factions are gone.
Over half of the factions. If it isn't a playable faction, it's most likely not going to survive long.
No, it all depends on the difficulty. Because if you play on higher difficulty, the higher difficulty, the faster the minor factions disappear. Like turn 1, half the factions are gone. Like, oh,
Shepherd of the people. Often their
of course he's
offspring.
coming to. What isn't coming to Mortal Kombat?
I hate guest characters in Mortal Kombat. Every single guest character into Mortal Kombat means that Mortal Kombat has a limited shelf lifetime. Because once that contract runs out, you are not going to be able to buy that Mortal Kombat. It ran out in Mortal Kombat. The reason you cannot get Mortal Kombat 9 anymore, it's because they don't have the license for Freddy Krueger anymore. So Mortal Kombat 9, gone.
Also, are they?
The lion.
Oh my god.
Mortal Kombat
They
10,
saw
most
Troy.
likely.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Bloody spear.
Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat 10, also Mortal Kombat X is most likely also going to be gone soon because, hey, fucking Leatherface, Jason.
My camp welcomes.
Asmo,
Yeah, you continue.
get
Faye.
some slingers. Those are, if you manage to position them behind the unit, those are
Warriors
devastating.
flock to a worthy cause.
No, Yoke, I wouldn't say Mortal Kombat is dead since MK9. MK9 and MK10 were pretty damn good. MK11 though, fuck, that sucked. Talk about no redeeming qualities.
By the way, why do they insist on having all helms with crests? Like,
To be fair, Tank, those are generals.
yeah, but even then, they didn't all have crests.
Everlasting glory.
Yeah, but that's how you know how they are important in this game.
Let's go with rating.
More spoils and prizes.
Raiders.
Yeah, Clone, they keep resetting the fucking timeline. The funniest thing Tank is
What I
Mortal
see,
Kombat M1K, this the newest one. They reset the timeline again, but immediately jump to the end of time to Armageddon in the same game.
Frankly, I don't care.
Like, what the fuck? And now it looks like the expansion is going to go past Armageddon, which, like, okay, fine. Multiversal Armageddon wasn't good enough. You have to do it again. I fucking hate multiverses.
Again, I don't care about Mortal Kombat enough. Wait,
What
they
the
do have Assyria. What?
Yes, they do have Assyria, right, Tank?
And they don't let you play as Assyria?
No.
What? Are they? Oh my god. They let you play as the Canaanites, they don't let you play as Assyria. What in the world?
My renown.
There are
Oh.
many in there that they don't let you play.
And thus the
Oh,
means
oh
to
my-
develop your strength
yeah,
and
mhm.
correct your weaknesses. Choose how you will
Do they even let you play as Minoans?
No, Minoans, at that point, Minoans are gone.
Oh, yeah.
The
I
Minoan
would
civilization collapsed like ages ago.
Yeah, I was confused there for a second because I was kind of thinking about Age of Empires as well.
Nah.
Let's see. Speaking of Conan, he's going to Mortal Kombat. I'd rather have Conan Age of Empires than Total War.
Mm.
Can't disagree.
Yeah.
Actually, it will be a cool type of faction in Age of Mythology.
Yeah, they can do they can do the Hyperborean
Let my
mythology and
enemies
Age of
beware.
Mythology.
Born on the battlefield.
Also, look at Corinth for a second.
Yeah, I would be kind of fine if they just grab bullshit for Age of Mythology.
Opulence and order. Suit
Oh, yeah.
you well.
Hang on. If you look at their army, again, you can see the army actually. If you look at the army and you look at the shields, they did the whole thing where they
The Crescent
they took
Shield.
the shields. Yeah, they took the shields that they use in Troy, and they're like, "Oh, these shields look fun." And it's like, yeah, and they're completely and utterly useless in real combat
A
because
god.
yeah, it would cover the person
You mean
to
the
the left of
Crescent
you, and
Moon
then you would
shield? The
Yeah, it was
Crescent
just-
Moon shields
if
that
you-
are
if
always
you put
used
if you
wrong.
put the shield in front of you, half of your body is just gonna be
Shepherd of the
open.
people.
Yeah. You are supposed to put it in such a way where you can rest your spear on top of it while being able to look.
The lion of my
Yes, but not that big of a crescent.
Nope, not that big of a crescent.
Just
But that was like the idea behind the thing.
they saw something cool in history and they was like, "Oh, we can do that. We're gonna do that." And they
Thanks, they watched
did not.
Troy. That shield was
Yeah,
everywhere in
obviously.
Troy.
Yeah, obviously.
What I see.
Okay, when do you get Achilles and just win the game?
Well, Achilles was a minor lord you could choose. I was tempted to pick him, but
You pick Menelaus?
Menelaus is with Agamemnon.
Okay, you don't pick
Also,
him, just with you.
Those bulls are awfully large.
Patience will
What
bring
bulls?
them down.
Bulls.
Circle them.
A bow. The
Oh,
archers.
bow. Okay. First I heard balls, then bulls.
Yes, I
then
know,
what?
Con, I know. Accent, yes.
Look at my siege balls.
I will be right back, gentlemen. I will be right back. I have to check outside real quick because someone's coming to pick something up from my house in a few minutes. So I'll be right back, though. I'm only going to check. I haven't
reminds
heard
me,
Entertain the chat.
Today I thought there was a drug deal in front of my store going on.
Wonderful. However, let's keep that conversation to where we're not on the stream, okay?
I know it wasn't. It was like, like
yes,
a couple
yes, I
came.
understand. However, speaking of,
No,
I wonder what the sea combat is in this game because they never did.
Tank.
Well, actually, what?
is there even going to be any sea combat, or are they just going to deploy the armies on an island? Because
that's a
I
good
feel
point.
it's going to be an island battle.
That's a good point. Because I feel like they never made a proper sea combat. The only proper sea combat that I've seen, well, proper, the average, was in Fall of the Samurai with the cannons. And even then it was janky as all hell.
To be fair, the engine is very janky since the beginning.
Yeah, but...
And the more they like put on it, the more janky it's going to get. How
Sorry about
huge
that,
is
I know.
this thing?
I know, Karn, but this whole time was the time of seafaring. Like, there were huge fleets of
Yeah.
ships running around, doing trade and stuff.
Right.
Oh, dang, I can also see it's just a map where multiple ships are chained together.
No, that would be too creative for them.
Do you think so?
Yes,
Because that's just a Dynasty Warriors map.
I know that would be that would be too creative for them. That would be too creative for Creative Assembly.
Imagine being Dynasty Warriors being too creative for you.
Imagine being called Creative Assembly and have no creative input whatsoever. A living paradox.
Colin says, thinking about it, what franchises could they make into at least a decent Total War game? I remember when Game of Thrones was hot, some people wanting a Game of Thrones game. Lord of the Rings is an obvious choice. Maybe Witcher or even Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls can make an awesome Total War game.
Yeah, but
Elder
I
Scrolls
cannot.
can make it all. Yeah, The
I
Witcher.
cannot
Yeah,
see them do that.
possible.
I cannot see them do that. Pull it off.
Yeah, it's difficult. What
I
other
can see them
fantasy
try to
franchises?
pull out Song of Ice and Fire, because it's a pretty basic bitch
Oh yeah.
fantasy setting.
Hell, even Lord of the Rings might be a fun one, but they'll never ever do
No.
that.
They are not able to do that. It's EA.
Again.
I literally just checked, but my dog is barking, so I think maybe they're here.
Oh my god, back again.
Even though, Tank, I would love to see Frodo soloing an army of orcs.
As fun as that would
Be
be,
right back.
I don't think that would be.
Hopefully this won't take me a little too long.
That would be stupid, I know, but
Yes.
I would pay mad money to see that.
Now, Wheel of Time Total War is gonna be strange.
I know like
Because
zero. I know nothing about Wheel of Time.
it's that Total War is gonna be bizarre. because that is a little bit too much fantasy.
Aren't there
for
some
Total War.
magicians that are just strong enough to just wipe out an army? Now,
Well,
to be fair, Warhammer also has it, and they fucking
again,
nailed it.
that would be a Warhammer-like game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember
that's-
the giant toad, Master Mundi, in Total Warhammer?
Do I
guy-
now?
That guy should be able to devastate a city with a lazy wave of his hand. But in the
Now-
game, he's totally fucking useless.
The whole idea is that let me give you an example. When I played Shogun 2, I did a legendary campaign with the Takeda, with the Takeda.
Okay,
Having-
they got it.
2 units of fire cavalry basically meant that I can destroy armies, but that was only because I knew how to use them properly and how to manage them correctly. That was the only reason.
Oh, dang. Look, Clone doesn't know the lore about the hobbits, why they are so good at throwing rocks.
Oh yeah. Actually, Hobbit slingers would be devastating in terms of army composition.
Hobbits are strong enough to kill an orc by throwing a rock.
If I recall
Yes.
correctly, in the Middle Earth game, that is like their main range unit is throwing rocks.
Oh, no, they do have some archers as well.
That's like the primary one is you chuck rocks because
Mm.
you didn't exactly prepare to be invaded by Saruman and friends.
Yes. Also,
favorite-
now that I look at the settlements in the game, they look awfully Minoan.
They look awfully small.
Yeah, that too.
I
The
wonder how a
architecture.
city fight looks in this game. Is it going to be as garbage as Total Warhammer 3?
Well, we'll see if Asmo decides to fight the battle.
Right now,
If the battle is going to be in the city, because they might have made Sally out.
I'm hoping they sally out because I think what's given them. Now, granted,
they
auto resolve
they
is
get a big
always
boost, yes.
in favor of the AI, but
Yeah, of course, because CA doesn't know how to fucking code something fairly.
still,
AI cheats like a
How do we make more difficult? Oh, I know. We up the PC stat. And nerf the player. Yes. This is good difficulty making.
So this is a question. Do you have a recommendation for the Total War games? 'Cause I've only played one and it turned me off because I got Troy for free.
Yeah,
That
I
one
do.
turned me off.
Shogun 2
No.
is probably the peak of the series, in my opinion.
Now, as much as I like Shogun 2, Medieval 2 is also one of the more. It is a bit older, but it has also a lot of charm.
It's good,
Yeah.
but I'd still say Shogun 2 is probably
My
best
recommendation personally is ignore it and play Age of Empires instead.
oh my god, Kai.
Yeah, card has its own.
Like if you want to play a good
Understandable.
RTS, of course. Like
No,
if you want
listen,
to play something that's like mid, play Total Warhammer, play Total War, Medieval 2 or Shogun 2, because those are the peak of the series.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I'm kind of with you in that I wouldn't consider Total War necessarily an RTS game. It's more so this weird hybrid thing on its own in
Yeah.
the corner.
Does both, nothing well, but still it does both.
Yes,
Nothing
card is
wrong with
biased.
that.
Also, when you get Shogun 2, I do recommend the Darth mod. It
Okay,
adds
yeah, mod.
so much more. Well, no. The idea is that one of the things that it's kind of lacking in Shogun 2 is the initial build up. Like initially, when every time you start, you just start with standard units, and sometimes you spend like half the game playing with the basic units just because the game like you always try to get new units. Darth mod gives you a little bit of more flexibility at the start to get units that are for like example. You start with a unit that is very up the research tree, and if you actually keep the unit and manage it, you can use it very effectively.
And still you don't want to do a legendary Nobunaga campaign.
I will do that one day, Karn.
Okay, they're sallying out.
Yeah.
Oh, we cannot take a shit on the bad city map.
We'll see. We'll see.
What is
I've heard
giving
people
them-
rant about the series enough to know that Troy was a bad
They
start.
just have higher tiered units, it looks like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they have what? 1, 2, 3, 4 archer units.
That doesn't
And
look
you
good.
have.
Mm.
I have no archers.
Honestly-
I have skirmishers, which are spears, and a couple slingers.
Honestly, in this situation, depending on the map, let's see what the map is actually. And then I can give you a recommendation. If you want, what? Why does this guy? Wait, is that his beard or is that part of his armor?
That's his beard.
He has a beard.
It looks like seaweed.
What? What seaweed is blonde?
I don't know.
Wait, no.
Honestly, I would, if the thing is they're attacking, so they should be more aggressive.
How do you Rastafy your beard?
I would put my units like you see where on your side where the lake is or whatever that lake is. I'll put my units behind it, and the skirmishers in the forest. So when they attack, you basically wheel around and hit them in the back with the skirmishers and everything else. And you put like 3 or 4 spear units just to hold them. You can use their aggression now because they're going to charge at you right now.
Yeah, hiding in the forest might be. Wait, do projectiles even hit trees in this game?
I think they do. Yeah.
They do. The idea is that if you conceal your closer skirmish units in the forest, you can bait them to attack your main force and then wheel around with the skirmishers and just start destroying them from the back. And also keep at least one or two like lighter melee units with the skirmishers just in case they notice them in charge, so you can pull them back.
Oh, that's why you don't move. YouTube for some reason paused.
Ready to serve, awaiting orders.
Yeah, the problem is... Oh, that wasn't a lake, that was a mound.
Oh, that even better then. Hang on, let me look. That's a mound, and that's not forest. That's.
Do you? I don't think you can get on the. Oh, yeah, no, you can. It has a bit of finding on there.
Actually, hang on. If you.
The AI is going to commit suicide if you try to navigate that with them.
No, actually, I would go front, like to the right.
I cannot put that.
Yeah.
Nope, it's not passable.
No. Look at the right in front of your zone of combat. That thing between the 2 rocks in the middle. And waiting for.
Wait, 2 rocks? You mean the plateau?
No, yeah, the plateau and the edge of the map, right where you are right now, to your right. Oh, you moved. The thing is,
There's a stream delay, so.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just waiting for it to catch up. So
if you look at your army
it's kind of
to the
difficult.
left. If you look at your army to the left.
Alright, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now to the left. Oh wait, shit! I need to.
Wait,
yeah. That one. Yes,
like,
yes.
no,
that one.
the other direction.
No,
the
no.
complete opposite way.
You
of the
mean
map.
right?
Yes.
What? I thought you were talking
God
about
damn
that mound.
No, Jesus Christ! Hang on, the delay is fucking everything up. You see that gap between the 2 rocks? You can have units lined there. You can have your skirmishers behind the mound. And then once they start charging, you pull your units back towards your position and have the skirmishers shoot them at the side.
We suck at the advice of something fierce.
Well, the delay, I cannot explain anything with the delay. It's like I can see what I need to do, but I cannot explain it
It's fine. It's fine.
It doesn't matter. Just play
We know
it,
we know about your mental decline.
I am going to refrain from swearing just so we can keep this stream clean.
I accidentally already said the R word.
Well, yeah. Well,
To be fair, not at the beginning of the stream, so it should be fine.
And also, your accent may just not understand it.
Yeah, the reason why we stopped playing Phasmophobia, the
Yeah.
ghost couldn't understand us.
Yeah, what was it? Instead of "Are you friendly?" we had to actually ask it, "Is it French?" Just
Yeah,
because that was the only thing that worked.
We had to ask the ghost if it's French.
Yeah, so we run around the map going, "Are you French? Are you French? Are you French?" Oh, that was funny.
ASL.
Yeah,
Reinforcements arrive to support
Fun,
your
fun.
army.
Yeah, but now the game is kind of
Vanquish the foe.
one tone, one note.
Will be busy today.
I actually seen a new game. I forgot its name though. I need to see if I can find it again. Tang. It starts a little bit like a Phasmophobia, but you gather more clues, like actual clues, like stuff disappearing and stuff like that. You document it, and when you find out which ghost it is, you get recipes on how to actually exorcise the ghost.
Nice. Asmo, keep in mind they're gonna use their cavalry to try and charge your skirmishers that are
I don't
moving.
think they have any cav.
No, yokai, it's a different.
Oh no,
it's
that's
not
just
demonologist.
That's their
never
That's
mind.
their faction flag. It's not a
Yeah,
unit flag.
yeah. My bad.
Yokai, it's not demonologist. It's a different one. It was a bit more in depth.
Alright, looks like they're going around the side here.
A demonologist was also
Honestly,
right.
if you push your units forward to where they're on the side, your main army that you selected.
Do not let your troops be lured
If you
in.
push it towards them, they might be inclined to attack now. Because otherwise, they're gonna find your skirmishers and it's gonna charge that. So try wheeling that force, the 5-unit force towards them now. And also keep in mind, once they actually start attacking you, because they're on the hill, you might want to... The moment they actually hit you, just start charging with the skirmishers.
Okay. If I can roll my forces around them.
Oh, you should be able to. Use the other force to stay, get behind them on
What
the
the
hill.
fuck?
Oh yeah.
Oh hey, cav archers.
What cav archers?
No, they're just archers. I just saw the little horsey.
Yeah, that's what I made that mistake. Yeah, honestly, just charge, and use the other force to charge behind them,
Yeah.
while the skirmishers are shooting from the side. Also, you might want to spread your skirmishers in the forest, to where they're on the back, right where you're putting this melee units.
Don't worry, Zeus is going to smite your enemy. Any
So watch,
second.
they're gonna charge you. They're gonna charge your skirmish.
Oh wow, they're getting shredded. This unit right here is getting shredded though.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get destroyed. Also, one more thing: put the slingers in front of the spear throwers, because the slingers have a more direct line of fire.
Has fallen in battle.
That's odd. In CA
Wait,
games,
what?
usually they have more of an arc.
Risk defeat.
Oh fuck.
Your troops' courage has
What?
failed them. Round them up and send them
Wait.
back
Oh,
to the
show.
field when their fears subside.
Uh-oh.
My general died.
That was quick.
Yeah, you kind of lost track of that. Ooh.
Fuck.
That was not optimal.
Our soldiers are fleeing the battlefield. Shameful display.
Honestly, you can still... No. No.
Reinforcements are inbound, and I just lost a general.
That is salvageable, but it's almost impossible. Yeah, reload.
Playing Total War Warhammer has definitely made me too complacent with the generals.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way for me to salvage this, not with so many of my units routed.
Yeah, Tang, you shouldn't have told him to do this attack.
Otherwise, Karn, they would have just gone for his skirmishers because they started shooting and they would
Oh
have
no,
started
I'm
shooting.
talking about this battle.
God damn it.
What?
I think I would have just retreated personally. And even
Well,
if
he
it
has
would...
he has to get this city eventually.
Yeah, I know.
Again, it's kind of
But
difficult.
I would have rather fought the army like away from the city.
Well, that's what he did. They sallied out. He fought a pitched
Doesn't
battle.
the city...
No, I had a chance to
garrison
win
come?
that. It's just so as that battle just established in this, if your lord dies, like all the units within his adjacent army completely break. Like,
Yes,
instantly.
morale is a big thing.
Yeah, I haven't had to worry about that in years due to playing like Warhammer, where all the lords are fucking broken.
Oh come on! That animation. That.
All right, time to use my save scumming.
Yes. Also, did you notice the animation of the defeat?
Yeah.
He cut his head off with a spear. Oh.
I saw. Dude, didn't it look cool? I wonder why they start out with higher tier units.
Because it's the AI. And the AI needs to cheat, otherwise it's not gonna have any chance.
Alright, I think I'm gonna retreat.
Retreat.
I'll have to come back with an overwhelming force. But the problem still remains, though, is my gold. I'm hemorrhaging gold at the moment.
Oh, that that's the problem with these games. If you don't capture the nearest city that you're at war with immediately, then you start losing momentum.
Yeah,
And capturing those cities sometimes is a pain.
I kind of have to also say, like, it's a little bit bullshit. But, did he just decapitate him with a spear?
Yes, yeah, you noticed that as well, didn't you?
It's because I was a little bit back for some reason.
Yes.
Shit. Now that got me got off guard. What was I say? The problem is with your general being so fragile in this game. Is the AI. Your units don't react fast enough for you to pull out your general well.
Asmo, do you have lethality turned on?
Hmm?
Check if in your settings you have something called lethality.
Ooh, depends on what you mean by lethality.
Oh, there is a thing in the game that is a lethality score, and from what I've heard of different streams, if that is turned on, let's see, try the game, not the graphics. The game settings.
I don't see anything that says lethality.
It's in the game settings underneath camera.
I clicked on that. You
Camera?
guys are behind me, remember?
Yeah, right.
Yes. Hang on.
It's not here.
I
Default
suppose
skirmish mode. That's I will turn that off. That's always.
Yeah.
nice.
Anyway.
Total War AI does not know how to skirmish. Having that mode on default is terrible for you.
Yeah.
So I can. One thing I can do is I can run Agamemnon back to Sparta and recruit higher tier melee units. Again, the problem is I'm still losing gold. I'm not in the green on that at all.
Well, can't you give Agamemnon or one of the generals all the forces and then don't
You spend
having
an
two
army.
armies? No, not disband an army. Just hand the forces and use the other general as a recruit mule. Yes, that's what I call him, a recruit mule. I have a general that just runs around the cities recruiting things for other armies.
Yeah, that's how you. I
Sparta
can
has
see that
way
you are,
fucking better units. What the fuck?
Tank.
Oh yeah, it's Sparta.
Tank. That's how you. Someone can see that you are an Eastern European because you played Might and Magic for so long that you do recruitment mules in other games.
Yep. Yeah, that's a
That's a deep pull.
Might of Magic 3 was.
Yeah, I just want to say Might and Magic 3 forever, right?
Yep.
Why is this?
I never really understood how to use the demons well. They always seem to be like a weird faction to me.
Oh,
They always seem self-sabotaging to me.
well, you
Worthy warriors only.
I never
Like,
liked
why
the
would I
demon
pick
way.
a faction that's so self-sabotaging? Why? Yeah, that's too hard of a crest. A crescent.
I told you, they all have like these. Why do everyone think? Oh, I saw a crest on a helmet once. Everyone now should have crests.
No, Tank. I'm talking about the shield crescent.
Oh, the crest. Oh, yeah, that too.
Not crest, crescent.
Again, accent.
Yeah.
Because masochists exist and they love suffering. That's what you guys is.
We love good suffering.
Yes.
Like we like a good Dark Souls game.
You're the council.
Yes, Tank.
Well, you do know of the quantum brain cell that exists between me and Karn.
Everlasting glory.
We love the brokenness return of Rome AI from Age of Empires 2.
No. that thing is a sweet pain that we love to imbibe sometimes.
Wide ruling king.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to get more of the fast Urbis in MechWarrior 5 so we can do an Urbi only lance.
Yeah, and then we run into each other.
What
and
the
war
fuck?
ends.
Okay, I can't wait to see what happens.
Let's say wait 5 seconds. What?
Texture missing. Holy shit, Tank, someone did not download Counter-Strike.
Oh, the good old Gary's mod.
Wait, how old is this fucking game?
I don't know.
Well, Dynasties came out a couple days ago, but it's basically just a revamp of Pharaoh.
This is
And
funny.
Pharaoh's been out a year, I think.
Are the other menus also now buggy?
Who
I never
knows? Maybe.
seen a missing texture file like that. Aren't they usually
Missing
purple?
texture. No, not necessarily.
Yep, came out September 29th of last year. So it's almost a year old.
Bloody hell.
So it's a couple months short of a year old.
I don't remember the last time I played a game with just flat out missing textures.
Let's try this.
The 2000s.
Okay.
I'll have to refuse.
Literally, the only one I remember is not downloading Counter-Strike for Gmod.
Alright,
Yeah,
it's
Gmod
gone now.
was
It's
famous
actually
for that.
reloaded.
Yay.
Yay.
That was funny though. Missing texture.
No, I want to see that happen to everyone.
No, you just load the battle instead of units. You have error messages. Error messages wielding spears and shields.
And still the game wouldn't run well, Tank.
Actually, I would like to offer them, if I can.
No, Ithaca.
Ithaca, yes. Okay, I'm gonna go get some food and I'll be back in a bit.
Alright,
Because I'm starving.
let's do... I think I'm making a lot
Another
of stone
village
right now.
worth of food will be gone.
Let's go no, 500. Let's do 200 food. Or... 20. Not 20, okay, 10. Alright.
That worked out great.
I blame Helen.
Alright, so I've renewed a agreement with them that will hopefully result in me getting gold. Well, it's helped curb the loss of gold, at least.
Can you even place the Arcadians in this game?
It wasn't one of the options I saw, no.
Yeah.
Unless I overlooked it.
Odd choices in this game, odd choices.
Apparently my only option... I'm trying to destroy the Corinthians. I have a barter agreement with the...
Born for war.
Yeah, I just started with them.
Odysseus the cunning.
Alright, Odysseus. Negotiate.
When the words are honest and true, the past does not matter.
Barter agreement. Let's do 100 stone for 15 gold.
Consider it done.
Alright, I think that should curb my loss in gold. Yep, now I'm +1 on gold. It's better than -20.
Yeah. You really need to take over Corinth.
I really do, yeah. But I won't be able to do it without better units. So, there's that. Alright, so we've kind of corrected the gold loss.
But we did not correct the loss of honor from the last battle.
Yeah.
Consider any diplomatic proposal well. Does it serve your goals? Do you wish to negotiate further, or just send them on their way?
Okay. Their demands, they want me to give them stone. To give... So they can give me 55 food, and then reoccurring 535 food. And right now, in terms of food, I'm in the green pretty good. If I accept that offer, though, the reoccurring...
I mean, you could afford it. It's reoccurring stone, right?
Yeah. They want me to reoccurringly give them 285.
It's over half of your stone, though.
Yeah.
Oof. Can you change it? Can you, like,
Yeah, I can do counter offer. I do 200 for... Nope. Just doing my calculations here. What can I get away with?
390.
So 350.
Oh, 350, yeah. That's more than okay. Let's say a little bit under half of the stone you do.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
see if you can get gold instead, because food isn't that much of a problem.
Yeah. Let's see.
Stones will be valuable.
Alright, let's try that. Yeah, more gold. Thank you. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Alright. Oh, they came out of hiding.
Hey, that's a good matchup, kind of. You have so many ranged units. If you are able to snipe the lot, it would be pretty neat.
They only have one range stack. Wait, auto-resolve, everyone dies.
Hey, that's a 50-50 for CA. You lose, the enemy wins.
Okay, in terms of my deployment... I could try and make a choke point up in that corner.
It's good to choke them.
Alright, let's save scum and fight the battle. I know people are going to give me shit for save scumming, I don't care.
I only would give you a shit scamming if a shit for safe scamming if it was a good game. But since the AI in Total War games cheat, I don't really fucking care.
Alright. At least that's actually a body of water this time.
Yes, Poseidon is with you. Who let the dogs out?
Yeah, it's my family. They're dealing with something right now. Alright, so... Well, the only
Sounds
problem
like
is
they
I
have-
don't like that checkpoint because it's downhill. I don't want downhill.
Let's show them how it's done.
Technically, I have a choke point right in front of me. Well, not a choke point, but a dividing point. Ideally, I'd like somewhere either an equal altitude to them or better altitude. We have no line of sight on each other.
Yeah, those forests are a little bit in a bad position for you. I would go a little farther back to a clearing at least.
Off to your left and right. Well, you're right. Looks like you have a funnel position.
So this is it then.
I think I'll use this dividing point. Try and push on.
Funnel position makes you want to make funnel cake.
Okay.
Masters of war.
Didn't he leave the call because of my shitty pun?
Hmm?
Caboose left the call.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't want to hang out in the call. I don't know.
Onward. This should be a battle to remember.
They're coming straight at you, so much for hidden.
Yeah. Yeah, it cheats all the time, so that's how it works. They know. Alright.
Yeah, because in Total Warhammer 2 they found out what happens if the AI doesn't know.
You win.
Yeah, you win. You remember Altharion the Grim?
There it goes. Yeah.
You used to be able to just beat his the final mission with just him, because it's a survival mission. So you just put him somewhere where the enemy cannot find him, and you just wait out the timer.
Ready to serve.
Alright, meet them in the front.
Forward.
I thought you wanted to aim for the general.
You do, because if you can kill him, you can completely break your army.
Oh well, no, maybe I haven't just catched up to that point.
Warrior's pride.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can move my general around.
Javelins.
See if we can focus fire on the general.
Challenge him to honorable model combat and then shoot him in the back.
completely shredding my units. What the hell?
What the fuck? Does the AI already get buffs on normal in this game?
Apparently. They completely annihilated that unit like it was not even there. Let's get my ass out of there. See if we can drag them along.
I don't think he can. I think he's stuck there.
Your general's unit has been routed. This could spell defeat for your army.
They also take no damage to their morale.
Apparently not.
You gotta love CA difficulty.
Playing with the big boys now.
Just up the stats of the non-player characters. Could you imagine how much shit a different game will get for that? Like, could you imagine playing Warcraft 3 and the enemy just gets better stats? And that's the AI bonus.
And they completely shredded my army. God damn it.
I would say GG, but that implies a good game.
It wasn't like as soon as my melee forces hit them, dead. It wasn't even sped up. Like normal speed, completely shredded.
Oh man, that reminds me when they kept needing to buff Khornate units into Warhammer, because as if you were playing as Khorne, your normal infantry will just lose to Slanesh infantry. Like if it wasn't Scarbrand, you will just eat shit in melee.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm screwed, but... Whoops. The problem is they start out with much stronger units. Like, much stronger.
They kinda have to, or else the game would be a joke.
I say much stronger. I guess they're only like one tier above the base tier, but that's still a wicked improvement. I mean, need evidence of that. Watch how fast my fucking militia died. Like, that.
Retreat!
Choose an ambition. Choose an ambition to receive benefits from such as resources, units, and even victory points upon completion. As you complete, abandon, or fail ambitions, new ones will appear for you to choose from. The right to rule, conquer a sacred Aegean land, expansion. Alright, so it's like choosing between quests. Hold 5 settlements.
Did you ever play the Bretonians? It's kind of that.
What?
If you ever played as the Bretonians in Total Warhammer.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like that, isn't it? You
Sort of. I don't know, for me, it just seems like it's more of a choose your own quest as opposed to just getting allocated quests.
No, I thought that's how you get the different night huts.
Foresight is the mark of a great ruler. Choose your priorities, and you can continually build on your strengths.
King Agamemnon. Supreme warrior of the Aegean. I cannot do it. What I see, I own.
Picking skills in Titan Quest is never easy.
And order suit me well. Brother to Ares. You, come here. I need vigilance and skill. The Lion of Mycenae.
Got me on my back foot. It keeps, like, it's highlighting new notifications, but what's the news?
Always on.
I'm still locked to one deity. And that deity is chosen, so... What's the notification? I'm trying to win, but the clap of my ass cheeks keeps offending Ra. What? Are you drunk? Nicho?
Heed my will.
Okay.
I remain undaunted.
I don't know if Ra will be that bothered by ass clapping.
It is truly the best of times.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. My food income is pretty good. Oh, it's not amazing, but it's good. Might as well be drunk. Birthday weekend. Yeah, no, tomorrow's your birthday, by the way. Happy early birthday for that.
Don't do that, that brings bad luck.
What? Happy birthday?
Yeah, if you do it before his birthday.
Says who?
Every single German.
Okay,
It's
you
seen
Germans
as
are
rude.
weird.
It's seen as super rude. Yeah.
Really?
If you wish someone a birthday before their birthday, it's seen as super rude.
You Germans confuse me.
Like, if you do it during his birthday or after his birthday, it's not rude.
I repeat my point. You confuse me.
How is it confusing?
Idiots.
Doesn't make any sense.
Look my worth.
Well, how doesn't it make any sense? It's like the other way around would be seen as lazy, like wishing someone a happy birthday before it's even their birthday.
It's only a day early.
Still bad luck.
No, it's not.
Yeah, different cultures, different whatever the fuck.
I guess we'll go with that.
Let my enemies beware.
Nico will be 40 years old, man.
Yeah, we'll get it. I'm gonna hold off on constructing outposts while I got this issue with Corinth. friendly proposal. Hell no. Like, hey, we'd like 90% of your bronze that you're producing, and we'll just give you food. It's like, bro, I got food.
Kill them all, Peter.
Alright, counteroffer. I'll do 100 bronze for $350 food. It's something. Take it or leave it. It's a third of my fucking bronze production, but still something. Enjoy.
I think I would have just told him to fuck off.
Ugh. I don't think I can win that.
But the way I play Total War games, it's not healthy.
I mean...
I even played the Total Warhammer games without having a single ally, because, well, it's Warhammer.
If I can funnel them... That's 3 choke points, though. I don't think I'll win that, but... Two things that are going my way. His forces are injured still. Mine are not. And I have choke points to work with.
No, it's time to choke him.
Problem is, they're doing that with Total War Warhammer 3 thing where they have that shitty as hell fucking outpost defenses.
The Ares grant us his favor.
Always getting legendary items I don't need.
Egypt's glory.
I'll leave him there, that way I can deploy him to any specific battle zone. Okay. Alright. So it looks like they're specializing 2 units at least there to go.
What's even your specialization with Agamemnon? Like, what are your main units supposed to be?
What?
What are your main units even supposed to be with your faction?
I do not know. I'm gonna guess my spearmen? So yeah, it looks like they're focusing on one corner.
Moving up. On the move. Masters of war.
Abominable mode.
greatness. Clubs. I'm not staying here to get killed.
Alright. Their general's right near the front, so if I can kill him... going based on how my army worked not too long ago, that should rout all of them.
I don't know. AI typically doesn't take the same
Slings away.
the same amount of morale damage.
Slings away. Archers loose.
The enemy leader is no more. Now
Oh,
make
he's
quick
dead.
work of the rest.
Good. So, based on that, their morale should crumble.
Slingers fire.
Should.
It's
If
not.
the AI plays by the same rules as you, which it apparently does not.
It does not appear they're playing by the same rules, because their morale is not shattering. In fact, the unit that morale was breaking is no longer breaking. Thanks, CA!
Hey, if you cannot introduce difficulty through good AI, you need to introduce difficulty through cheating.
Apparently. The general's dead, so... And my units are holding, so that's good. So if I could just continue to bust them up.
I wonder if vigor for the enemy still doesn't drop.
Glory is mine. Slingshots away. Slingshots.
Also doesn't help the slingshots are slow as fuck.
Slay them.
Screw it.
Well, it takes a while to put a stone in your sling, and I don't know.
Slingers fire.
Your troops have grown weary from exertion. You must let them rest, even as the battle rages on around them.
Clubs. We have superior things. The men are fleeing battle. At your command. Defeat is looming. I'm not staying here to get killed. Clubs. Lottie will be mine.
Ah, come on, rout. Your general's dead.
So what?
Yeah, well, when my general fucking died in the previous one, my whole army routed. Like,
Yeah,
immediately.
because fuck you, apparently.
Okay. Well, some of their armies routed, but not all of it. Come on, rout. Okay, there's another one. Oh, great, another one's coming back. Fucking rout. Oh my god.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Clearly. Not only did they not
Get
rout, they fucking
and
came back.
fucko. Are your units routing?
Yes, mine are routing. Thankfully, theirs are finally now. Finally! Jesus. Their general died, yet their morale held forever.
Not just forever, they were beating you almost.
That was ridiculous. Cadmean victory. I lost 20 food, but I gained Aegean legitimacy. Alright, so increase morale, treasury, or replenishment. Let's go replenish.
What does Cadmean victory even
I'm
supposed to
assuming
be?
it's a Pyrrhic
Is it like a
victory,
Pyrrhic?
but this is before Pyrrhus existed.
Yeah.
So it's like cheeky, like, oh, okay, well, Pyrrhus didn't exist yet, so Cadmean victory. Although I'm not sure about the reference to Cadmean or Cadmius.
But even then, how was this Pyrrhic victory? It was because the AI told you to fuck off, apparently.
usually how it works. Like
Many
court.
desire to gain courtly recognition. That privilege, however, is earned only by a chosen few. With cunning and intrigue, you can find yourself in the upper echelons of government power.
Alright, so gain attack with
Position in the court has been vacated. Do not miss the opportunity to occupy it and use it to your benefit.
Hold on. How much? My legitimacy is 45, so I have the highest legitimacy for it. And I have to unseat the Trojans to take the top spot.
We know how the Battle of Troy goes. We have this by the balls.
Hey Nathan, a time before Pyrrhus? Why a dark time? What a dark time. Indeed. Before the mighty Pyrrhus, so much was wrong with the world.
Supreme warrior of the Aegean.
Alright. So now that Agamemnon is
Of the bloody spear.
much stronger,
March on.
let's move on Corinth.
King Agamemnon. Fall upon them. Massacre the lot.
I swear to God, why? Why is the garrison so big? I guess Menelaus is also still unhealthy.
Pull out. I'll not falter.
Actually, let's do this.
Great deeds
It may not work, but I'll try.
on the move. I remain undaunted. The Lord Marshal. Supreme warrior of the Aegean. Heading out.
Crap, I don't have enough to ambush.
A god among men. Strong in defense.
I'm still within friendly territory, so I can still recruit more units. So I'm just gonna do more raiders.
Find me soldiers.
See if I can overpower them with raw numbers, if nothing else. Expired borders with Ithaca. Oh, wait, whoops. I didn't want to give the gold. Shit. I'm still in the green. Yo, Asmo, no pants, what's up? You recommending this game after it had a few updates? I've only been playing for 2 hours. So far... I mean, so far it's not bad. Like, its issues are what's in, like, most of CA's Total Wars. Especially if you play Warhammer.
Which are many.
There are yeah. So far, if we're just going based on what I have played through so far and what I've noticed, if you're looking for a better historical title than Pharaoh was, it's pretty clear this is better than Dynasties is better than base Pharaoh. They added the Mesopotamians and they added the Aegean, so you can play the Greeks of this time. So there's more forces to choose from. It's a free update. Right now, I think Pharaoh's going for what? It's got a discount. I think it's like $20-something. But let's say it's going for like 30. Is it as good as, like, let's say, Shogun 2? Fuck no. This is not as good as Shogun 2. Is it as good as the Warhammer titles? In my opinion, no, but I also have a bias towards, like, fantasy. As a historical title, it's still subpar to their past entries, I would argue. But it's better than baseline Pharaoh. Better or worse than Three Kingdoms, even though you play it. I don't think... I mean, based on not playing that, I'd say it's probably better. Safe to say. Nick says, I'm good playing Terminator Resistance while watching this, made by the same guys who did RoboCop Rogue City. Oh, nice. Good shit. How goes it with you in the Spaniard? Spaniard? Hey, Karn, are you Spanish?
Not that I know of. Why?
I don't know. Aren't you Austrian and German?
No, he answered to Nico answered to Nathan.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't add him, so I didn't know if that was to me or not.
No one shall
Yeah, but so far the difficulty in Dynasties just comes in the AI cheating like it normally does, rather than it being well programmed.
Never cross me. I will not give up. Have patience.
Yeah, the AI cheating, the rules for the not for me thing. Like earlier, I played a match and my general died. Total, like the morale in his entire set of units for his army immediately died. Like,
God.
Immediately. All of my forces immediately crumbled and ran. I did that to the AI in a battle for one of my cities, settlements, and I killed their general, and their army's morale was unfazed. So it's little things like that it's still kind of crappy for the Total War. Achilles, ruler of Aeolia, he wants stone, which my stone is already kind of low on production. You'll regret the decision later of that, I'm sure. Sorry, Achilles, but it's like, I ain't doing it. My stone production is already on the downtown. Hey, Jenny. Apparently it thinks I forget that I'm a moderator and need to be reminded that he blue named because with band power. Morning. Morning to you, too. And how's it? How does it think you're forgetting? Oh, hello. Okay, we're not in a settlement. Seems like we're more evenly matched.
Well, if you don't think about all the hacks the AI gets.
True. Yo, Prince David, thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciate the generosity. Alright, let's fight it. Screw it, why not? Oh, hello. Apparently, the Raiders get Vanguard deployment. Good to know. Alright, the Corinthians are getting their reinforcements there. My friendly reinforcements are coming around the ass end? What?
Hades will be busy today.
Which means I need to... It's forcing me to immediately get into the fray. Great. Okay.
Blame Zeus.
Can't you drag them since Warmer 2? It's not letting me move my reinforcements, no. Lets me click on it to see where they're coming from, but it doesn't look like it's letting me place it anywhere. And...
Oh, I think my neighbor is like mentally handicapped.
Your neighbor?
He's using a drill on metal as far as I can hear. I think he managed to fuck up his drill. He stopped.
This should be a battle to remember. Ready to serve.
Little tip from me. If you are drilling and your drill starts smoking, you are using it on the wrong material.
Battle awaits.
I would assume that's a no shit. Or hope, anyway.
Yeah, that was the distinct sound on it.
Axis. At once. May Ares grant us
I see hammering. Yeah.
as ordered.
Future will start smoking, you should use lubrication, says No Pants Baby.
We obey. Lethal at range. Yes.
If you do handiwork at home and you are wearing pants, you are a coward.
Foes beware. No daunting. Shatter their forces. Quick march. Axis. Forward we go.
But I think it's a Warhammer 3 thing. I don't remember being able to drag my My reinforcements in the second one.
Alright, let's just gang up on his reinforcements, destroy them.
Oh. Oh man. I wanted to say something, now I forgot because he started drilling again.
He's a determined little fellow.
He's going to be missing a drill if he continues like that. Either by him destroying it himself or by me shoving it up his
rectum.
No ass. I'm going to introduce him to the drill though. Oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
He's trying to do it slowly!
Doesn't...
Oh no! Some people are not meant... Some people are not meant to use tools. Some men are really not meant to do that.
Ready for action. Destroy the foe! Trained and ready. Positions! This way! Combat ready! Combat ready!
The thing is, I don't know when it's safe for me to actually talk.
Axis! With my slingshots!
Cannot tell if it's going well for you or not.
It's hard for me to tell as well. My general's getting ganged up on though.
Being able to see anything in this game is...
Yeah, visibility is bad. The only way for me to hide the trees is if I hold down space.
Ever mighty! With haste! Onward! Menelaus! Going! Ready to serve! No mercy! Awaiting orders! Die, betrayers! Wreak havoc! Massacre them! Sons of Achaia! All right! Destroy the foe!
What the fuck? Oh, they routed, that's why.
Target their hearts! Foes beware!
You are apparently winning?
I cannot fucking tell. It's a total cluster.
Are you winning, son?
The enemy leader flees. Now is the time to press home your attack.
I prefer the epileptic seizure rave from Age of Empires to this.
I see trouble ahead. The men are fleeing battle. Defeat is looming.
Alright, we won. That was a cluster and a fuck.
But your skills shone through, I guess.
Ball's virtues. Anyone just and fearless is already honoring ball. They spelled it, or they at least punctuated ball differently in 2 different ways. Whether they know it or not. If your drill dough starts smoking, you should use lubricant. Wait, didn't you say that earlier?
Yeah, he said it for the drill, but not the drill dough.
A welcome boost.
Alright. They ran away in different directions. One's in my territory, so I should probably focus on killing him. Oh, hello. A child has been born. A Mathan, a strong and healthy baby boy, has been born.
I never felt so sorry for a drill.
Is it being that destroyed at the moment?
Yes, apparently it sounded like he tried to like put some force into it for the drill to, well, drill, but it's not going. It's stuttering.
Okay, King Agamemnon. Do I keep going down?
Can you name the child?
It notified me. I clicked on it. It didn't bring me to another menu where I could name it.
Damn it.
So I think it's auto named.
Born on the battlefield. A god among men. Victory awaits.
Search your new kids.
You have shown excellent tactical foresight. Reinforcements stand by to aid you in the coming battle.
I don't lose anything if I auto-resolve this, so... Just nuke him. Oh, they decapitated with a blunt part, too.
Celebrate this triumph.
Oh, thank God Tang wasn't here for that one. There is a family tree, no pants. It's just, I don't think you can name the kids. Hold on, let me check.
Freedom. Vengeance.
Vengeance is very sweet.
There should be a mod that just gives you the Spartans from 300.
There likely will be. Okay.
No, wait, what is the parody called in English?
Hmm?
The 300 parody, what is it called in English?
I do not know.
I know the German one, and I don't think you can translate it.
Meet the Spartans.
Yeah, Meet the Spartans.
Sweet lord. Is your neighbor just trying to destroy his wall? I definitely need that one. XP's from battle.
Did he stop? Okay. The German title will be translated as My Wife, the Spartans, and I.
Really? That's the...
Yes. I mean, it's a more shitposty title, to be honest. But it also sounds like an adult movie.
It very much does, yes.
No, it's My Wife, the Spartans, and I.
Right,
Yeah, they did not model him after the Agamemnon from Troy. I had to hiccup. I wonder if he accepted his futility.
Oh, I think that's what it's been notifying me about. Okay, now I understand. Really? To a new god? Shouldn't they have been automatically to Zeus?
Hmm. Well, they had sub-gods. So can you hear that? He's not doing it slowly.
A little bit, yeah.
It's not going to work if you do it slowly as well. If you use the wrong tool, you use the fucking wrong tool.
Never cross me. By the numbers. Such warriors ensure my
Him doing the slow drills make me laugh.
the voice of war. Warriors flock to a worthy cause. With fortitude, power, and glory.
Hold off recruiting anymore, because I want to recruit more units from the Sparta region, because they seem to be the better shit at the moment.
Sometimes when there's like this long break, I wonder if he accepts the futility of his actions.
Quite possibly. Alright.
Yeah, but then I hear him hammer.
Should you insult your peers, know that you insult the dignity.
For some reason, my mouse keeps double clicking.
And when was the last time you cleaned out the gunk?
2 weeks ago?
Is it like the Hotel Hell 2 weeks ago or actual 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. 14
Okay.
days.
So it's not the Hotel Hell type of 2 weeks ago.
And weigh your words. I want to
I always love it when Gordon is like, hey, when was the last time you cleaned out your fridge? Oh, like yesterday. There's a dead rat in the corner.
Agamemnon in Troy was a mad lad. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, unlike the other ones, he was not blinded by a bitch.
Nah, he just wanna. He's like, I want power, motherfucker. Alright, so.
Meanwhile, Paris was simping.
Of the bloody
Then
spear.
Achilles was being a bitch because he was also simping.
the kingdom's fate.
Lost his
rests on
cousin
your
because of that.
willingness To work together.
Hmm. Hold off on that for now.
I remain undaunted.
Havoc says, if I just hit my head against this brick wall enough, Karn.
You will end up with a very smushy head, yes. And a very unmoved brick wall.
Oh. Declaring war on me, are you? Well, fuck you, bitch. Wait, all the way from over there? Oh, he must be sailing towards me. That is probably why. Let's see if I can deal with the Corinthians, and then I can focus my full military might on those assholes. Bring it on, you cunts. You want to bother me? Fine. Alright. Time to deal with Corinth.
Shepherd of the people. Supreme warrior of the Aegean. Strong in conflict. Massacre the lot.
What? Fine, we'll encircle them. God, I gotta drag this the fuck out. Nothing's confusing me about his thirst for blood. It's the auto-resolve is like so skewed against me.
Yeah, Zeus is being a bitch and doing nothing.
Should you
position
insult
vacant.
your peers, know that you insult the dignity of my court.
Yeah, but the position that's vacant, I can't, is lower than the one I just claimed.
Can you have one of your other generals claim the empty one?
I mean, last time I clicked on the claim position, it just had my actual faction lord. Yeah, of course.
A true soldier. Take it from them.
Hey, Ludus, be careful, Ludus.
I know.
Hopefully, if I keep them encircled long enough, this will result in them being like, okay, we give up.
Hopefully.
So otherwise, this is just dragging out. This is the first faction I'm at war with, and they're taking fucking forever. Why is it so skewed against me? Shield this. Where the fuck did they get that? They have one settlement. How do they already have these advanced military units?
AI?
The one settlement rule, Asmo. That's a rule?
DI is
Cheating hardcore. AI has one settlement, they will be fielding demigods. AI has 30 settlements, peasant armies. Right. Fucking CA. Okay, well, let me see if I can contradict that auto-resolve. I don't know how. They have fucking renowned Achaean runners. What the fuck?
and usually they cheat as hard in the battle.
Huh?
They cheat as hard in the battle.
It's so frustrating that that's how CA programs the difficulty into the game, though. It's like, make smart AI that's using the exact same rules and systems that you, the player, are? No. Give them fucking broken-ass shit magically. That they have no real sensible ability to gain. I have 5 settlements. Oh, I have 4. 4 settlements, and I don't have any of the resources or upgrades to be able to make such an advanced army. The enemy AI has 1, and they already have renowned units and like tier 3 units.
That's why I prefer good RTS games instead.
Yeah, and currently that's a huge thing. I got, by the way, for context, I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm not playing on an advanced difficulty. Not that that would make it better to just make the difficulty come from the AI fucking cheating, but this is cartoonish. It's like there's no way they have these units, but they somehow do. All right, where's my reinforcements coming from? Over here.
I do wonder, Nathan, did you check out Voldemort's dinosaur channel?
Oh, I forgot to DM him that. Shoot.
Oh, now I reminded you.
Yeah, Nathan. Voldemort has a dinosaur channel. You will very much want to check it out, I'm assured.
What now he's going to do his intro, like with dinosaur noises.
Alright, hold on. Where did you link it?
Your faithful compy, Voldemort.
There it is. GK Natural History. I will DM it to the good lad. Nissan, there's Nissan.
If they're smart, they'll start running.
They ain't smart. We already know that much.
Masters of war.
Now you and Susie have something to do this evening.
Oh, great. They're all the way over there.
Asmo, could you read out loud what Nico just posted?
1 second. Uwu Dino Fuck you.
Damn it. I was hoping for a clean recording of that Nathan could cut out.
Kiss my ass. You bastards. Alright, let's just hold up in this corner, see if we can hold out. Or at the very least, bleed them. No, what are you running for? What are you running for? What are you running for?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running? Why? Then I used to love dinosaurs, then it turned out they all had feathers and were just big birds. Then they became lame.
Actually, they were not covered in feathers. They had some feathers, but they were not covered in them.
It depends on which one as well.
Yeah. I think we had that talk yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit.
That they most likely had a couple of them for heat regulation.
I'm gonna see if I can choke them in and then bring the melee around to flank them. Alright, come around. Oh, their general jumped in first. That's not very smart.
It's not like anything happens if you kill him.
Apparently not. It's mentioned Lord abilities earlier, but I don't see any abilities they have.
Ready for action. Onward, warriors.
No, the generals are not immortal. It's just if you usually use your general, your units break. But if the AI uses their general, nothing happens.
Yep, probably sums it up.
Agamemnon! No mercy! I am your doom! Hungry for glory! Massacre them!
Let's see if we can kill their general over there.
I'm going to be back in a second.
Alright. Alright, they're routing.
I can smell your fear. How must I kill you to stop this incessant prattle?
Come on, break.
We can't go on. Run, you dog! The men are fleeing battle.
Okay, I'm back. I got the milk and the cigarettes.
For glory.
Awesome.
Massacre them.
Even though I do not smoke.
Axis.
Really?
Let's see blood.
You strike me as a smoker.
I used to smoke. I started when I was like 12. And I stopped around 19, 20. Yeah, 20 around.
Looks like we're on our own.
Because smoking is expensive and makes your teeth yellow.
Please. All mouth, no skill. Foes beware.
And once the taboo is gone from being too young, it also kind of loses its luster.
It's kind of how it was for me in alcohol. I was like, ah, this is so cool. Not anymore now that I'm old enough where it's legal.
No, my investment in alcohol these days is different.
Ah, great, it's raining.
It's mostly, how should I put it, a job now.
Let's talk more combat.
I think I would drink less if it's not involved with my job. Yes, Jenny's right, don't smoke, it's bad for you.
That is very true. Do not smoke. Do not hurt yourself and your lungs. It is no good. No good.
I will enjoy ignoring your pleas. I don't have to listen to this. Wipe them out.
And if you drink, be responsible.
Javelins ready. Swords. No mercy.
And if you need energy, better drink a coffee. It's not the strongest methamphetamine, but it lets you keep your teeth.
For my CD. Kill them.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Hey, Tech.
Damn, you took a
I
while.
know,
Okay. Well, I had chicken pie, and then I decided, oh, I want to make some fries, and then I decided, oh, I want this as well, and yeah.
So you just made a fucking gore. You made a galley meal.
Pretty
Well,
much.
you missed my neighbor trying to use a normal drill on metal.
Oh. Why?
Some people are just not meant to use tools, Tang.
Yuck.
And we talked about smoking and drinking a little bit.
I mean, as a Balkaner, I can endorse drinking.
And-
Smoking, not really.
And someone got decapitated with the blunt end of a spear again.
Again?
With his staff end.
Yeah. He got shafted. Ba-dum.
Yeah, no.
That wounded my soul. Just want to let you know that.
He is
No.
German. That was his intent.
A lot of people can do physical damage. Karn is one of the few people that can do mental damage.
Emotional damage.
Come on, plowing, plowing.
Ah, yes, the famous battle in the bush. In Modern War, we had Battle of the Bulge. Now we have Battle of the Bush.
To be fair, with my jokes, I almost killed Caboose twice. Make a trucker laugh is a problematic thing to do.
Alright, see you later, Nico. Thank you for joining me.
Bye-bye.
This is a slog and a half.
What you gotta say? That pun was top tier.
Yeah, that. Charge.
Actually, I think Tang also missed earlier. The AI is fucking cheating.
Wow,
on multiple fronts, but it's like cartoonish levels of cheating.
What is well? Yes.
You did see his army like crumple after the general died, right?
Yes.
He like very early killed the enemy general. Nothing happened.
Again, they have to make the AI cheat more and more because they are more and more incompetent.
Oh, they're breaking. Oh, they're breaking hard. That was sudden. Close victory.
Yeah, with the AI, it's an on-off switch. It's like,
Apparently.
oh, we have morale. Oh, we don't have morale.
No, that's army losses, I guess.
Thing is, like the auto resolve was like, hey, you have like a 10% chance of winning this.
The famous auto resolve of any Total War game that does nothing to show the actual chances.
Sweet lord.
You played something with Skaven in Total Warhammer, right?
Yeah.
You know how biased the auto
Oh my
resolve is.
god, he got decapitated with a Oh, Tang, you're gonna
With a
rage.
mace.
He did. I saw that. He didn't even swing for his head. He hit it. Okay, so he hit him in the kidneys and his head popped off. What is he, a balloon?
Apparently.
That's like the Mortal Kombat fatality in Mortal Kombat X. Where
There's
Cassie
so
Cage
many.
kicks you in the nuts.
Why?
So powerful.
Also, why
your
does
skull
why
pops
does he
out.
have horns on his helmet? Oh.
Wait, he sallied out and I killed him. Shouldn't I have taken the settlement?
Nope. That just means you destroyed the army that was garrisoned in the settlement.
Massacre the lot.
Apparently.
I think Agamemnon just wants to show that he's the bull to Paris's
Supreme
being a
warrior
cock.
of the Aegean.
Yeah, but
Wait, no, Menelaus is the cock. Menelaus.
every horns on every single helmet. Like God.
Court intrigues, idle compensation. Amid a chamber of silver-tongued snakes, he whose tongue waggles most lucratively leans in, no doubt with persuasive intent. You allow him to approach only so far as to ensure that you are the only one privy to his whispers. Alright, so trade your court action. In a world where human allegiance can be fickle, gold remains a reliable ally. Refuse. To show one can be bought is to surrender authority to surrender authority in court. So I lose a court action, but I gain gold.
It doesn't look like 50 gold is worth it, to be honest.
I refuse him.
Yeah. It's not like the ancient Greeks are known for corruption.
Take them down. Fall upon them.
How?
How?
We all must earn our
Do they have a
Yeah.
necromancer?
No,
Did the fucking
no.
necromancer from Total Warhammer just translate over?
Ah, the cheating AI is cheating again. Also, oh bloody hell!
Man.
I mean,
Wanna play Age of Empires, Tang?
I'll tell you this, I'm done. I'm done. Like, there's cheating AI, and then there's cheating AI, and this is... This is
Yes.
fucking cartoonish.
A 4-hour stream to capture one settlement.
This is fucking ridiculous. I'm on normal difficulty. I'm on normal fucking difficulty, and I haven't. Here's the thing. I'll admit I'm not the best Total War player out there. I could be pretty fucking dumb, but I have done very, very decent moves so far in the game. I have not been complacent at all, and some fucking how a one settlement Andy fucking AI has these advanced fucking units every time I battle him, and even when I fucking win. When he sallies out while I have his fucking settlement surrounded, I defeat him in battle, and I still have to slog it out, and his forces magically, a ton of them regained a bunch of health. No, like, fuck this. No.
Man, sailing out must be so fucking broken in this game.
Apparently you don't lose
do
anything.
A settlement battle then as a defender.
I do not know. I don't know. That's it for the
Defender,
stream.
you stay in your city.
That's it for the stream, guys. I'm
Apparently
good.
You sail out.
Garden, let him finish.
I'm good. I'm done. Like, this... Again, I'm on normal fucking difficulty. This is a level of cheating from the AI that's just cartoonish. So, if anyone's wondering if I recommend Dynasties, I'm going to be flat out no. No. It's a little bit broken. I'll put it like that. Like, this is just... Like, this is the worst I've ever seen Total War AI in terms of, like, the broken cheating. This is the worst I've seen. So, yeah, I'm done. You all have an amazing day. For those of you who are playing Pharaoh Dynasties, hopefully your AI is not cheating anywhere near as much as mine is. Yeah, have a good one.